Who's out there? Well, let me know how this is sounding. I'm playing a record right through, obviously I'm not using a mixer. It's going right into my nice camera, which has a built-in condenser mic. So I'm just wondering how this sounds with my voice. Is this too hot? Can you hear the music okay? Pat, what's up? Let me know how this is sounding out there. And we'll start talking. Start getting into it. I'm going to, as I said sort of in my preview, I'm going to talk about some new records that... Nice. Thanks, Pat. I've been sort of, over the last month or two, looking and really sort of diving deep into my... I have a distribution account, a wholesale account with Forced Exposure. And I've been trying to find like some interesting stuff that's sort of new to me for the most part, and that maybe some of you out there would be interested in, just whether for your own awareness or actually in this case, I have copies to sell. So I thought it would be a cool way to make some things aware, make some new music aware, and then if you really want to get into it, you can buy a copy from me. So what I have here are the actual copies of records I'm selling. So these are, I've opened these records, they're new, but then I have, in some cases I have a few extras that I have with me. In other cases I have some that I can get on demand. So we'll get into it, and if people want to order stuff, basically I'll take down your information and I'll send you an invoice. I'll make sure that I have the record in stock for you, and we'll get it to you within a week, I think. It'll ship within a few days. It'll ship within 5 days, I'd say, but that's the long and short of it. That's the idea. This is definitely an experiment. I don't know if I'll keep doing this. I just thought, let's try it. I'm down to try anything, really, and see how people like it. I thought it'd be a cool way, you know, like a lot of you out there. How's my camera? Feels like it's a little crooked. Messed with the camera, and I changed my camera around. 1 second, sorry about that. And I'll tell you what we're listening to. Sorry about that. Back. Stop cam. Okay. Let's see. Hopefully you're still hearing me. My camera. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. All of a sudden my camera is revolting. All right, I'm just going to keep talking on this camera for the moment. I started adjusting my camera to fix the angle, and it shut down on me. So hopefully you're all hearing me still. Hey, Michael. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm presenting some records that I thought would be cool to explore, get into. They're sort of new to me, and I think new to you, maybe not. But it's an opportunity to get into these and, order them if you want to. As I try to... No. That stinks that this happened. Let's see, USB, here we go. Okay. So where is my menu? Hey folks, I just had everything set right with my camera, and then it turfed out on me. So I don't know how you hear this music, but we are listening to a new record from Lerkenfeldt, Halos of Perception. And it's out on the Shelter Press label. She's an Australian artist. And it just came out, I think last month. And let's listen to it for a second. I'm gonna fool around with my camera one more time. And if I can't get it right, well, I'm gonna have to move on with what I didn't want to. Okay. Yeah, this is a record that she's made. She's done just a couple of solo records, mostly tapes, and she made this record in Australia. She is Australian. Sorry, I'm trying to... Literally, this has never happened with my fancy-ass camera here, and now it has. It's not showing up. Just my stupid webcam. Alright, we're gonna have to move forward. It won't look as good. Well, hopefully it sounds decent. I mean, the microphone should be picking something up. Let's see. Yeah, no, my nice microphone's not even working. I'm just gonna have to move on. Okay. Maybe I'll try it again in a little while. I was gonna invite people up later, but now I'm flustered. Anyway. There's certainly like a caretaker and a Pauline Oliveros kind of aspect to what's happening here. She was in this band called Cave Clan. I don't know if anyone's familiar with them, but it's this kind of repetition, this sort of Terry Riley, maybe not so much Terry Riley, but it's sort of folding in on itself in a way. And she's kind of working with this video artist, Tristan Jala, I think it is. And I don't know, Fred, if you're familiar with this. I think I saw Fred there in the chat, Big Star. She just has had a few records out. This is like her second Like I said, it's on the Shelter Press label. Let me show it again. So the deal is, I have a few of these records. I'm experimenting with them, and they're for sale. This one is 25 bucks. The deal is, if anyone's interested, I'll take down your information, and I'll basically, because I only have a couple, it depends on the interest. This is all an experiment. So if people are interested, I will take down your info. I'll sort of get an invoice out to you, and I'll get these records out to you. So this is out there. I mean, it's been out for a month or so, and it's called Halos of Perception, as I said, on Shelter Press. And it's really just her. I believe it's just her. She's done other work, but this one is all her. Fred is everywhere. Sorry, I'm thrown off a bit because I had my camera set up. I went to adjust the angle, and it just revolted on me. Let's see if I can connect it in a little while. So we have Paul here. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a stream I continually do. We'll see. It won't be on Friday nights. That's not necessarily when I can do it, but this week I can. Hey, Romuald. Sean, I'm just catching up. So we're trying this out. I'm going to get to another record in a second. I don't know, what does everybody think of this? Is anyone familiar with this? What's up, Disco Devil? I have about 5 records, maybe a couple more even if we want to get to it. All on, all sort of recent new records. They're not reissues. This is all new music. So, all right, I'm going to get to the next one. I'll skip back a bit. I think we heard some of this in the beginning. It's not all really piano like this. On the other side, and it stinks that I don't have my better mic going, but get a little bit of this sort of texture too. Indeed, right said Fred. So yeah, this is what we have here. Got a little reflection from the camera. All right, let's check out. I'm gonna pop this one off and try another one. Here's the labels if you care. I like that because it's a nice straightforward label. Okay. I've kept these all in the shrink. So these are copies that will either be for me or for one of you. What do I have next? Where's my pile? Here we go. All right, this is another, let's see. Go for something a little different, a little more of a jazz record, but an avant. This is a great modern jazz record. It's a little bit of everything, a little bit of a, I wouldn't say hip hop, but sort of a, yeah, an influence of that ilk. You know, definitely sort of forward thinking. It's called Mike Reed, The Separatist Party. This is on the Wee Jazz imprint or Astral Spirits. What's up, Dimitri? I think I did hear something about that, Michael, but that sounds like a fact that you would certainly have down. I think I did know this. So this features, oh, this is a green copy. There's black and green. Mike Reed, he's done stuff with Shabaka Hutchins, I believe, and some of the sort of like Chicago scene. Ben Lamar Gay, who's also on this record. He's done stuff with Roscoe Mitchell. Interesting enough, Tamika Reed. And this features basically, I think it's both of them. Cooper Crane, Dan Quinlivan, and I think it's just those two of Bitch and Bajas. So you have Bitch and Bajas, and then Ben Lamar Gay is on this too, as well as Rob Fry and Marvin Tate. Mike Reed. let's check it out. We'll just start from the beginning here. So, yeah, this one we're talking about it. Go out and buy it if you want, but I'm also going to be selling this. Yeah, you didn't miss much, Dimitri, because I had my camera going, the correct camera, now it's not going anymore. So I'm using the webcam. You tell me if I just turn it down a little bit, but it's all Mike Reed compositions, and you have he's a drummer, percussionist, Rob Fry, tenor, sax, flute, percussion, Cooper Crane of Bitch and Baja's guitar and synth, Dan Quinlivan, also of Bitch and Baja's synth, Marvin Tate is doing some vocals, so that's the vocalist, and Ben Lamar Gay, who I've talked about on International Anthem. Whoops. There goes that. So let's check this out a little bit. I listened to most of this the last few days, and it really jumps around a lot. Like, don't get too settled into this because it's going to really move.
Keep it primal, you said. Keep it primal. Or else all things would go bad. So I kept it primal. Your soul is like a mosh pit. Your soul is a mosh pit.
So what's up, everybody? Yeah, I thought so, Fred. I picked, cherry-picked, the ones I've been most excited by, just digging into some of the stuff my distributor's been offering. And so these are all things I have a few copies of. Either I have, like I said, or I can get more. But this is an experiment. We're trying it out. Again, this is what we're listening to. It's We Jazz, Astral Spirits. Astral Spirits has definitely done a bunch of things. Your Soul is the name of this track, Michael. Ah, Louis, yes. Let's talk. I mean, I think we discussed that on the stream at some point. Yeah, I can give you a whole bunch of info about what I went through. It's way better than it was when I did our first one, so again, yeah, this is members of Bitch and Baja's, Ben Lamar Gay, and other sort of Chicago musicians. Yeah, it's definitely evoking feelings of, there's a Don Cherry thing that you can feel throughout when you listen to the whole thing. Just, the spirit of Pharoah Sanders is in there. Not so much here. We'll get to that. Now he's done a bunch. He doesn't have much vinyl, if I remember correctly. You can look him up, Mike Reed. I like, yeah. Astral Spirits, I know I have a couple, or maybe I don't. I forget if I have anything on Astral Spirits, so I'll have to look, but really interesting label. Let's see if I can get this going again, man. What the fuck? I gotta stop messing around with my dumb camera. Wait a minute. Just give me one moment. I'm going to try this one more time. Does not like my USB cable, apparently. Okay, interesting. Bad cable. I should know that as an IT person. Don't call Stunty. Nice. Where is Stunty? He's not here to defend himself. I'm well. Alright. So, yeah, if anyone's interested in this, feel free to get in touch privately. Feel free to let me know. You can email me, seekingathread@gmail.com. Comment later. This is an experiment, like I said. I don't know what that sounds like through this camera or through this mic. It can't sound great.
Dance in the petrol.
Mike Reed.
5247 West Jackson. 1862 South Oak. 1930.
This one I'll be selling for, by the way, this one's 25 as well.
We only came here.
You guys can hear me okay, right? Alright, I'm going to try another record. Let's see.
Here. When only the flowers can hear.
Okay, let's get to it. I didn't know this was this is like a dark green. I think they did a black one as well. Hey, Kieran. Okay. So the next one, let's try. This is an interesting one. This is certainly an experimental record. I found this one to be certainly, yeah, this combines a little bit of everything. Amelia, Cuni, Werner, Durand, and Hohmann clearing, it's called. Show you the back. And Amelia Cuni, I've heard a little bit of her. She's doing most of the vocals and the Morton. Werner Durand, PVC clarinet, soprano sax, panne, a kalimba, and drones. And then Hohmann, he's doing like a lot of the guitar and electronics as well as a frame drum. So this has got a lot of interest in it, or a lot of different things going on just with this trio here. It's called Clearing under the trio Cuni, Durand, Hohmann. This is on the Aguirre. Yes, I think it's the Aguirre label. It's the insert or inner sleeve. Let's check it out. Okay. Yes, Amelia Cuni. There you go. Michael filling in the gaps. Yeah, I ended up watching all of your first stream, Romuald. 3 hours over about a week I did watch it. It was really good. Good discussion. Yeah, there's definitely, what do I remember about this? There's a raga feel to it. You get the minimalism, obviously, that you can hear. And the percussion enters at some point from Hohmann. There it is. Yeah, there was a lot of shit talking. Jose. Yeah. Corewood. We got Corewood originals. Those never. It's funny. You would think like people there would not be enough people that care, but I never see them come down. I got a couple. So this is what we're listening to. If you missed it, I kept these in the shrink for now. Nice cover. Like I said, this is on the Aguirre label. I really hate that my camera and microphone have failed me. I can read. I have some more info on these records. Let's see. Yeah, I can still get a few of these. I guess Durand and Cuni have been performing together as a duo for like 20 years, actually. Hohmann, he sort of has a lot of background in the Middle East and North African instruments. And he's doing some kind of, it says dulcimer guitar. Dulcimer sounding, like he must be doing some sort of plucking. Nice, Jose. I bet you do. Trade him to me. Here they are again. Cover painting by Janos Fischer. This is actually recorded between 2011 and 2017, but it did just come out, so this stuff is, I guess, kind of old at this point. But like I said, the record's new. Yeah, it was good discussion. Cool to see all those Frenchmen on the screen together. I think it's just, what do we got? 4 tracks. We're listening to Seconds of Thirst. The Aguirre label is great. I mean, there's so many cool, interesting stuff that they've done, whether it's been reissues or new music. This one caught me right away, just reading about what they were playing. It's very psychedelic too, I find. I know I'm competing with the Jazz Bones, by the way, but so if I continue doing these kinds of streams, it won't be on Friday, as I said. It will have to be Saturday. Saturday is usually when I'm available. Everything is screwed up this week because we had a week off here. Spring break, as it's known, and then we had the eclipse on Monday. We got stuff going on for that. The eclipse is coming right through our area, full totality. I'm gonna jump to the next track. Psychedelic, indeed. Oh, good. That should sound now way better. That should sound and look way better. Let me know. Let me know if it's not too loud or something. So as I said, the point of this stream was really just to sort of, really for me, I was like starting to like look in deep. I wanted to look in deeper to what new releases were around or coming out, and you know, there's not enough of that. I think there's a lot of people that talk about new records, but it never really feels like to go below the surface. Of course, a lot of the people here in the chat, you go below the surface with me, but I feel like there's a definite need to sort of like highlight and show new stuff. And so I'm looking at new stuff for myself, and I'm like, you know, this would be cool to sort of present to people, and if you want to buy it from me, I'll make a few bucks on it, but I'm not really making anything. Everyone knows that record stores make nothing on new records, right? I mean, it's absurd. But I'll make a little bit. I have a wholesale account, and I'll make a little bit to sort of put towards other stuff. I don't really want to do ads or like do a whole thing, but I thought it'd be a cool way to sort of like curate records for people if you're interested. Let's see. Hold on, I'm catching up. Yeah, the audio should be better. Now my cursed camera has decided to join the stream. Yeah, so Kieran, I want to keep doing them on Saturdays though. Just the way it worked out this week, I needed to do it tonight. So Steve Roden. Yeah, I know this name. You have to talk to me more about this record, Jose. I'm looking forward to your box, by the way. Alex, this is $24. If you're interested, you can just get with me after, and I'll make, because basically I have one of all of the records I have except for a couple, and we'll just work. I'll send you an invoice. I already know I can get more of most of these, so $24. Yeah, it should. Thank you. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Kieran. Yes, I saw Alex's comment. So I have a couple things here I think people are going to know about. Alex, I have only one copy of a record that I know you know. Anyway, this is what it was. Oh, camera's over here now. Whoop. Nice, thanks, Alex. We'll talk. This is all really interesting. There's a whole, obviously this is just the first side, but let's get on to another record. Let's try another one. Okay, so yeah, that was on the Aguirre label, clearing Amelia Cuni, Werner Durand, and Hohmann. I don't know Hohmann. I know the other artists, but I did not know Hohmann. You going to Utah, Alex? Salt Lake, SLC. I was driving around a bunch today, but not Utah. Where am I? Over here. Okay. All right, let's check this out. I've talked about Mike Cooper before. This is his record with the great French musician Pierre Bastien. And this is this is volume 2 in their collaboration. I don't know if the first volume was on vinyl. Sorry for the glare there, but this is on the Keroxen label. It's called Archipelagos, Aquapelagos. That's a hard word for me to say. Aquapelagos, Indico. Pierre Bastien, Mike Cooper. I love Mike Cooper. What a strange and interesting sort of career turn for him. Let's see. Mike Cooper is an English folk musician from the late 60s, early 70s, who made some interesting, I think Fred brought up one of his records, Trout Steel, which I have. But somewhere in the 80s and early 90s, he started making this like weird form of exotica. And there's some just incredible records. Fratello Mare and forgetting the big one. I just spaced, but I have them. And they're really interesting, beautiful, weird. And yeah, it's like this newfangled exotica. He did a lot on his own on CDRs. But he's been super... Let's just start playing. What am I talking for? He's been really prolific. This one will probably get a little bit slightly not harsh, but the records I mentioned that he did have a much more relaxing and meditative vibe. He definitely goes into some more atonal or harsh areas. So this is, like I said, Mike Cooper, guitar electronics, Pierre Bastien, musical robots and trumpet. Bastien is, what was the name of that group? Bel Canto Orchestra with Pascal Comlade. He was in that. And he's had stuff, he's done a little bit of everything. He's had a record on Aphex, or Reflex, Aphex Twins, you know, associated label. And this is, I think, recorded in 2022. Just out. Aquapelagos. Aquapelagos. Sorry, the shrink's still on. I will take it off if anyone really wants it. Talking LSD here? Nice. Was he in that band? No shit. Hey, The Resident. Sorry, I don't know. Oh! That is interesting. It's almost as if Michael summoned The Resident. And here we are. Romuald, thank you. I took French when I was younger, and I took French into high school. Of course, I didn't continue it. Americans are just terrible with second languages. But over the last, 2-3 years since I visited Montreal, I've been picking it up again, trying to relearn what I did and see what we get. So yeah, Mike Cooper, I highly, if you don't know him, if you don't know his more recent work, I highly suggest checking out. I just gotta get the name of that record. It's gonna drive me crazy. Fratello Mare is one of the ones I really dig. And the other one, I think it's, I don't remember if it's in or out of print. It gets repressed here and there. I gotta tell you folks. I know Stunty's talked about it. We both talked about it. I have maybe 5 or 6 Mike Cooper. Rayon Hula. Rayon Hula is the one, I think. It's beautiful. It's all of this and more. Yeah, so Kieran, I mean, I didn't get to meet up with Kieran when we were in Montreal, but we're talking about, now I've talked about a few trips, but my whole family wants to go back to Montreal ASAP, so I know. I do need to practice more. Well, here you go, Alex. We're checking it out right now. There's a big blurb on the back here. I won't read it. Oh, right. This is inspired by the Indian Ocean, for whatever that's worth. True. I live with a writing and English teacher, so I shouldn't have an excuse for any English anyway. No insert on here. Sort of bare bones. This record, this one's like $26. I know it's really nickel and diming with the prices, but like, you know, I think I had to pay like 19 or 20 for this at wholesale. So, again, this is all an experiment. I don't care if anyone buys anything. I just thought it'd be cool to try it. And just, you know, go buy it on your own if you want to. But we're just talking new records here one way or another. Is that true? That sounds like bullshit. Really? Alright. I believe you, Michael. So, yeah, Pierre Bastien is another artist I need to get into more of. I mean, I was just looking through his discography the other day, and I was just super intrigued by a lot of the things I was seeing. This is pretty screwed up. Jose, where in upstate New York? July is kind of the month where I'm least here, but let's talk. We'll definitely meet. I'm gonna jump a bit because I know it gets different. Like I said, Mike Cooper's just doing all the guitar and electronics. Look up video of him. He's super active. Like I'm telling you, he's got to be in his mid to late 70s now. There's great things that I think The Wire have done on him. I've seen great performances where you can see his whole rig. It's always interesting. I don't love everything. There's a lot, but it's definitely like unlike anything else. And And it's just interesting that he was like, you know, doing English folk music, which his earliest records I don't really care for. And then he did Trout Mass Steel. It's not Trout Mass Replica, it's called Trout Steel, or Trout Steel. And then one other one, I'm forgetting the name of it, Machine Gun, I think. Not Machine Gun like Broadsman, but it's Machine. Anyway, those are really good. Those are him sort of getting into like jazzy, proggy, sort of psych folk areas. And then, yeah, he goes away and comes back and he's doing this shit. Ossining, I know where Ossining is. Yeah, that's closer to the city, but I'll be there, man. Hey, DJ Trish. Yeah, we were traveling around today. I just heard there was an earthquake. No, I guess there was no damage or anything, but. Sheriff, what's up? Where are you, DJ Trish? Chris Kibler. For the record, I love your Acid Archives videos. Yeah, Pierre Bastien is playing musical robots. Whatever that is. I mean, isn't that just like a computer? And trumpet. It's Philip Hayward. This is his concept, so. What else can I tell you about it? Recorded in Berlin. And I believe Cooper is based somewhere. I think he's in one of the islands in the southern, off the U.S. I think he's in. I wonder if he's in the Virgin Islands somewhere. I forget. I'm still making my way through your first CD mixes, Trish. I'm still making my way through, like. I gotta show you some records. I'm gonna show you this just as a change up. I bought this today. I just came back from about an hour and a half away from where my good friend lives. Little lakeside town called Canandaigua. I don't like it, but they have this new store, which was not great. I mean, a lot of new stuff which I barely look at really. I typically just look for the used records, and he had this for $18, which I just know of the reputation of this record, but I don't know it. I decided to take a chance on it. Maybe Kieran, you know this or have it. $18 for this on Muse. It's incredibly minty. I mean, the record is perfect. So we try it. All right. I'm gonna pull the Cooper. I'm gonna pull that. That one is $26 if anyone's interested. Okay. So that was Mike Cooper and Pierre Bastien. Aquapelagos. Pat's in the house. All right. I know I'm competing with jazz bums. All right. I reference this one. This I definitely have one of. I can only get these I think are out of print or either gone or I'm not sure if they're gonna be repressed, but Alex got this one previously. A reissue of Philosophy of the Spiritual. What are we looking at? Richard Davis, Kieran? This is Richard Davis with Understanding. Let's see. So, Canandaigua. Yeah, right, Dave. You know Canandaigua. Hold on. Yeah, Sean, you like, that was The Clearing. Cuni, Durand, Hohmann on Aguirre. That was the one. Alright, so Alex knows this record. This was a really cool one. Morton Feldman. This is from 1987, a live performance. He died that year. Buffalo, New York, composer. And this is like the first time. Yeah, it's the first time it's being made available on vinyl, I believe. I don't think it previously was. I think it was a CD. It's a 3-sider. It's just called Piano, Violin, Viola, Cello. Yeah, I only have one of these. I'm willing to sell this one if anyone wants it. It's sold out at the distributor. I'm going to play side C. That was the side I liked the most, I think. I think it's sold out. It's definitely sold out at the distributor. I don't know if more are coming, but I can't get more of these, but I'm willing to sell this. I'm willing to sell it all. It is a fourth side etching, by the way. This is on the God label, actually. Let's see. Hey, Alan. Yeah. Piano, violin, viola, cello. God Records. This is technically from 2023, but so this was a little on the expensive side. Okay. I will get in touch. This is yours if you want. I think it's this is 40, and this is the copy. I don't have any more sealed copies of this, but you may be able to get this elsewhere. But it's basically gone, I think. I don't know if it's coming back in stock at some point, but... So yeah, we have a long essay here from Sebastian Claron. And this is his last composition. As I said, he died in 87, and this was completed in 87. He said, he died, it says he had a fatal illness, but I think at this point he was in his 60s. Let's see. Although its instrumentation largely corresponds to that of piano and string quartet, instead of two violins, it differs in almost every way. Let's see. Feldman makes every effort to integrate the piano into the string section, and the basic formal components of the composition are no longer staves, but individual bars. So this is, definitely technical. If you want to get into music theory, we can talk. We can go there on this. Oh yeah, we got all kinds of music theory in this. In any case, in his last years, Feldman made a point of distinguishing between minimalist and reductive music, referring to various articles that had described him as a minimalist. He said, "Naturally, I don't feel that my music is sparse or minimal. Perhaps the way fat people never really feel they're fat. I never really thought of it. I mean, there are articles where I'm like the father of minimalism or such and such. I certainly don't consider myself a minimalist at all." On the other hand, in one of his last public appearances, Feldman concluded in a conversation with Fritz Lagerreff that great art throughout history was always reductive. His records are still somewhat gettable, attainable, but they're starting not to be. Some of them aren't too bad, but a little tough to come by, I guess, just in terms of seeing them. But they're not necessarily expensive, but you may not see them. Okay, we'll do it. I see. See, yeah, I didn't even look this up, Kieran. I was just like, okay, $18, I'll try it out. It's Muse. Yeah, so I didn't bother looking it up. We were like picking up food, and I was doing one of those quick digs. I know you understand. Yes, I saw that. I saw the. No, I didn't. I actually didn't finish the interview, but I know he did that with Slobodan. Yeah, maybe it's around in Australia, Fred. Well, I'm glad I got it then. I mean, I did look it up after the fact. I'm like, oh, it was a great price. So I just wanted to at least know that I didn't spend $18 on a $5 record. So I did okay. In any case, Pandora's Revenge, we'll talk. I'll see if I can get more, but it's expensive. And Alex got it. I don't know if Alex is still around, but... Yeah, executive producer Slobodan Kajat. Alright, I'm going to go into another record. Yeah. I'm happy to, that's the kind of thing I like to find. I wasn't really looking for, but it's nice to see that. And especially when this store, was not a jazz store. I mean, I think they didn't even have a jazz used section. It was just sort of mixed in an A to Z section. It was mainly new records, so. All right. So this one, Pandora's Revenge. take good care of it. We'll talk after. This next one, let's get into something I know Fred, Big Star. This I think you may know. Maybe you even have this record because it's technically a repress. It's a recent repress of something from a few years back. It's post-punk, Australian post-punk. I bet you know it. Let's see. Hope I'm not missing any comments. Just shout it out. Yes, Alex. So this is Karen Marks. And this is a issue on the Efficient Space label. And you'll look up the Cold Cafe single, see what that thing goes for. It's from the early 80s. It's like a $400 or $500 single. No art or no picture sleeve. And Efficient Space already put this out. It's a 12-inch with just 5 tracks. But they just repressed it. So I missed this the last time they did it, whenever it was. 2019, they just repressed this. I don't even know, to be honest, if you could still get copies from 2019. I'm assuming they repressed it because they were all gone. So let's check this out. Karen Marks, Cold Cave, or Cold Cafe. Cold Cave is obviously the band. So yeah, Fred, yeah, you're on this one? Yeah, it's one of those songs. Classic, yeah. Oh. So this is just an EP. It's got the single plus some demos. Drum machine, electric guitar, and Karen. This is like $17, I think. Let's see if anyone wants this. Yeah, 17. It's been restored and remastered and all that stuff, if you care. But yeah, I believe it's the A and the B side plus demos. Oh, this is on Sky Girl, yeah, one of the Efficient Space comps, okay. I definitely heard that, but I don't own it. Yeah, this is certainly Alex, definitely. This I'll definitely, I love this stuff when I can find it, so I'll be keeping a copy of this. So if anyone wants this. This is the song, this is the A-side, Cold Cafe. There's one track that's not listed as a demo. I have to look at the single. Yeah, Cold Cafe, the single. There's one up for $423. But Cold Cafe and Won't Wear It For Long is the B-side. And then we have You Bring These Things, which I think is just unreleased until this was out. Yeah, there's so much Australian minimal wave, synthwave, post-punk. I have very little of that, but more for me to dig into. So I don't know if anyone has this, but simple, this is. I love this turn. I love that punk went this way. A reaction to a reaction, No real insert or anything. It's pretty bare bones, but still cool. Like I said, the original single didn't really have artwork. It's here, the B-side. This is the B-side to the single coming up now. You Won't Wear It For Long. I'm gonna do a couple more, really, and then maybe I'll invite some folks up. I'm not sure how long we'll go tonight. taking people away from the jazz bombs. Yeah, this is excellent. Curious about the demos. In a sec, I'll check a demo out because I knew the single already, but the demo I did not. So here she is. Curious what else did she do? Anything else? I don't think so. It does not appear so. She's got some credits. She's got 12 credits. Let's see. She was on the Mick Drennan 12-inch EP. She was on the Metronomes record. Maybe Fred, you know some of this stuff. Anyway. Yeah, I didn't. Sky Girl. I think I had it and sold it. It was one of those things I was buying from a distributor. You just can't keep everything. Good comps though. I don't really keep a lot of comps like that, to be honest. I like listening to those comps and ingesting them and looking into the artists that are on there to see if I want to get into their individual records. But it's a little loud. You know, a lot of time with those kind of compilations, they're highlighting the best track for you so that you don't have to go out and pay stupid money for the full 12-inch EP or the LP or whatever. A lot of times they're doing you a solid, so why are you doing the wrong thing? Which one? Is there a brand new one? Because I've heard all of her records and I have a few. If there's a brand new one, no, I haven't heard it. No Man's Land? Yeah, I played it. That's over filed. I bought that last year at some point. Nice. I just want to jump to one of the demos on the other side. That song's about to end. Yeah, this is oh, it's a demo of Cold Cafe. There we have it. So, if you ever needed a demo of a track, minimal wave track, here it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that Patrick likes to do digital stuff, so that doesn't surprise me. This is a pretty damn good demo of this. So if anyone wants this, let me know. $17. Mark's, she's just doing vocals. Ash Wednesday, that's a person doing synth and drum machine. There's also a guitarist on some of this, Bob Kretschmer. Oops, that's my fault. So shaking. I have bad floorboards here, man. I think I need to mount my turntable on the wall. The floorboards are a problem. New Einstein Neubauten. New one. Alright. Alright, this next one. Oops. I'll do two more. This next one, I think, there should definitely be interest in this, but some of you may have pre-ordered this. Yeah, and then I got another Australian record. Alright, let's pull this one. Nice. Okay. Good stuff. Karen Mark's Cold Cafe. Alright, so this next one is another sort of expensive but archival piece, just out on Black Truffle. Aguirre and Black Truffle I think of in the same breath, basically. Black Truffle is run by, forgetting all the names today, Australian, I'll think of it in a second. I believe it's run by him. Or I might be thinking of a different, anyway. I'm catching up with myself here. But this is the Richard Teitelbaum Asparagus. Hold on, I'll get my facts straight. But this is Richard Teitelbaum Asparagus. This is a first-time issue of a soundtrack, essentially. The film by Susan Pitt, which has something to do with, somebody taking a shit and it actually coming out like asparagus. Let me bring up the full facts. This is really cool. Let me get my facts straight here. Yeah, this one, I have 2 copies of this. I don't know if they're going to have more of these. But yeah, there was this film called Asparagus from 1978 by Susan Pitt, and he was commissioned to do the music. It's all on Moog modular and Polymoog synthesizer, recorded in Toronto in 1975 and 1976. And first time release. And this is what's one of the more interesting things about it. It features Teitelbaum with Takahisi Kosugi, Steve Lacy, George Lewis, and Steve Potts. Kosugi, of course, from Taj Mahal Travelers. Steve Lacy, you all know. George Lewis, great trombonist, out there jazz and lovely music. And there's a 4th side, which is composed. Let's see. Yeah, the 4th side is something modern. You have Alvin Curran doing sampler and objects, Leila Boudreau doing cello, Matt Sargent lap steel, Daniel Fishkin daxophone, Miguel Frasconi glass objects. That was recorded in 2022 at Richard Teitelbaum's home in Bearsville, New York. That's where he lives, upstate New York. I'm actually acquaintances with his nephew here in Ithaca. He lives here in Ithaca, Felix. So I'm quite acquainted with sort of Teitelbaum's work. Of course, Music Electronica Viva. Here's the inner sleeve. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the screen. I'm missing a bunch of comments. Yeah. I've never seen the film. I really want to see it. Yeah, asparagus. You know when you eat asparagus, right? Hey, Tice. Rev, I got a record for you, but you probably already have it. Anyway, let's play some of this. Let's see. Let's start it. So it's mainly, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really, I'm not really sure at what points. Okay, so here's what it is. Part 1 and Part 2 on side 1 and 2 is all of this unreleased music with Teitelbaum doing all the Moog synths. Side 3 is the actual soundtrack with all of those musicians, Kosugi, Steve Potts, Steve Lacy, and George Lewis. That's side 3. Side 4 is that new composition, Threshold music. I don't know if you can pick up on that there. It's still in the shrink for now. I'm only doing that in case someone wants to buy this. This one is $45, so these are the inner sleeves. Nice. Rev. Did anyone order this yet? Teitelbaum's done a lot. Music Electronica Viva, one of his major projects. Yeah, Alvin Curran's great, I know. Yeah. So yeah, the first two sides are Teitelbaum's early solo synth European version. This is an early version of the soundtrack. These are stills from the film. Like I said, this is Black Truffle, another great label. Oren Ambarchi, right. Oren Ambarchi runs Black Truffle. That's what I was somehow thinking of. There's another version of that Jim O'Rourke, Oren Ambarchi. There's like a volume 2 of that coming out, which I love that record. I gotta pull that again. But there's Steve Lacy. You can see Steve Lacy right there. And Teitelbaum on the far right there. It's beautiful. Aha. He spells Dominic like me. Most people don't spell it that way. So yeah, if you're joining late, the idea here, I don't know if I'll keep doing this, but was to sort of present some new records that I've been investigating, and I've ordered some copies from my wholesaler, and either they'll end up in my hands, or they'll end up in your hands, or some of these cases I can get more copies, so I'm willing to sell these. Just let me know if you're interested. This is a $45 for this one. Big thanks Susan Ciani on this as well. Yeah, the film is from 70. It says the Asparagus film was created, painted, animated, and filmed by Suzanne Pitt from 74 to 78, and I guess it would have came out that year. So this is side 1 and also side 2, all just Teitelbaum doing this early version of the soundtrack. I think I'll check out side 3, which features Lacey, Potts, Kosugi, and George Lewis. This is a monumental record to me. There's so much to this. Like, you're getting the early version, you're getting the actual soundtrack, and then this newer piece, which we'll check out too. So let me do that. Asparagus. Strange concept, but certainly the 70s, the golden age of film. Alright, so this is the actual soundtrack, I said, with Lewis, Kosugi, Lacey, and Potts. Oops. We're trying it, Sean. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's a risky experiment. It's not just like, you know, I'm not really looking to sort of monetize the channel. I really don't really want to do that. I'm not really into that. But, you know, I know a lot of you make videos, myself included. You spend a lot of time doing these, and it'd be nice to sort of get something back in terms of a little bit of extra cash. And so I thought maybe this is a good way to do it, but it does involve risk. So as I said, this is the original soundtrack now that's used in the film. I'm glad my camera came through. Great town, Providence. I haven't been there in many years. Turn it up a little bit. Doing on time here. Makes sense. That makes sense, Lucas. Yep. All right, in a second I'll play side 4, which is called Threshold Music with Lila Baudreau. Lila Baudreau. That's a French last name I'm having a hard time with. Baudreau. Lila Baudreau, cello. Alvin Curran, who's doing sampler and objects. Daniel Fishkin, saxophone. Miguel Frasconi, glass objects. Matt Sargent, lap steel. And again, this is the soundtrack from the original soundtrack from the 70s with Takahisi Kosugi, Steve Lacy, George Lewis, and Steve Potts. Really lovely though. Right, I think I showed this side, but there's George Lewis there. Teitelbaum. Nice. This is a fantastic package. Alright, let's check out this monitor. Oops. You like comedy, huh? I try. Well, yeah, I figure I'll try. I know a lot of people would just be like, I'm not going to say that word, but I'll try. My French pronunciation and my Italian pronunciation, I suppose have the best outcome, but certainly a lot of failures. Quiet start here. This is recorded December 18th, 2022. So Teitelbaum died, I think, was it 2021? It was recently. It says this is a field recording too, or maybe it was just part of a field recording. But it was recorded at his home in Bearsville, New York. I will not be doing that Patreon though. I don't want to do any Patreon. Skip a bit just because I wasn't intending to listen to the whole side. Spent a lot of time on this one, so if anyone's interested, let me know. It's $45 on this one. Maybe we'll do one more. See, Alex. One more and then I'll throw a link out if anyone wants to come chat. Alright. So this next one won't be. It won't be anyone that's new to you, but the record is brand new. I just got this in. I have a couple of copies of this next one. I haven't heard it at all. So this one I have nothing to say about it really, but you'll know it. Maybe some of you already have it. Brand new record by the percussionist, drummer of Dirty Three, and contributor to 1,000 projects, Jim White. All hits memories on Drag City. No one wants Alex to go. John replaces Alex. I'll take it, John. Yeah, we'll talk, definitely. Yeah. So this is Jim White doing. Well, is it only percussion? I don't remember, because like I said, I didn't hear this. I looked into it just in terms of the the hype, or what they tell you about it. The one sheet, as you will, or if you will. So I don't think it's only percussion, but I honestly don't know. Let's find out together. Let's see, is there no insight on this one either. It does talk about Ulysses White. Well, I love the Ulysses White. Actually, yeah. Or Georgios Ulysses. Piano chord on St. Francis Place by Ben Boyer. That's really it. But it is produced and engineered by Guy Picciotto, of course. Fugazi. Drum, okay, yeah, I can see here. Drums and keyboards, Jim White. Yeah. Did you have that most recent record, Fred? Not the Clearing? I'm forgetting the title. It was from last year. I loved it. I think it was maybe last week, or maybe it was today. Either way, it's brand new on Drag City. 1 minute. I just want to turn my heater off. It's going to be pretty subtle stuff here. Asparagus record. John, digital gramophone, man. Come on. Mastering by Mikey Young. He's certainly a name that's been around. This is All Hits Memories. Yeah, I am too. I love the track that they released. Love Changes Everything. I guess there's 6 different parts. I loved it. I'm definitely going to be getting that. I actually don't have. There's some 33 that I don't even have. Some I haven't even heard. I haven't even heard the last. Yeah, the last album I've never heard for whatever reason. I would love to get the first album. Myself and Ben Romley, we're both looking for that. Yeah. When I saw Bill Callahan, he wasn't drumming with him at that point, but I know he's worked with him a bunch. He's worked with all kinds of people, yeah. Mikey Young, all over the place. Yeah, there's a new Marissa Anderson and Jim White record coming out, which I will also be interested in getting, because I love their first one that they did. That's on Thrill Jockey, I believe, right, Paul? So yeah, I'm selling this record. $23 for this. Yeah, those are cool records. Yeah, I don't have those. The early band, yeah. All right. So that's been this experiment. How long was this? almost an hour and a half. I do have a couple other ones, but I'm not gonna mess with them right now. I don't know. I figured we'd try this. At the very least, we're just discovering this music together, and maybe you want to go out and buy them. If you're interested, get in touch. I can shift a copy your way. And we'll see. Like if I do these again, it'll be on Saturday. But I really want to do stuff with everybody and talking, so I'm going to throw out the link right now. Let's see. All right. If anyone wants to join me, and we'll stick around for a little while. All right. I'm going to throw out the link. Just a second. Nice, Fred. Oh yeah, let me know, man. I'll pull that aside for you. Yeah, send me an Instagram. Yeah, Sean. Just get in touch with me. Totally. And we'll do. We'll work it out. So yeah, just a thought here. I don't know. I do like doing this. It's a little tough just sort of jumping in on records you don't know if anyone actually really wants. That's why I only got like one copy of everything with the exception of a couple. So it's an experiment. And I can always sell them on my Discogs or eBay, what have you. Yeah, this is Jim White. We'll listen to it. We shall listen to it. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the streams that Stunty and Michael 45 were doing where they were talking about all the upcoming releases. Like, I found a bunch of cool things from that. I just thought maybe I could combine something that's a little more, more focused in terms of the amount of titles, and then maybe having a way to sort of offer them. Nice. I'm glad you liked it. We'll see how it goes. This is great. I'm definitely keeping a copy of this. I'm going to take the shrink off this one. I watched the whole video that Jonas Sublime Media did about running his store, which is basically all new stuff. And he talks about all of the issues that I've run into when doing this. Because I've had this wholesale account open for 10 years, so I've been trying to sell stuff, new stuff, for many years, and it's oftentimes not worth it. This is Jim White. Yeah, so if you didn't know, Dirty 3 just announced a new album, which is exciting. It's actually going to be on Drag City, which they're usually on Touch and Go. Or I think they were on their own label, I think, for a couple of different years. Anchor and Hope. Who is nobody? I don't know. So someone wants to be on stage. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this person is. You're going to have to identify yourself in the chat. I'm not going to bring you up until I know who you are. Nobody 1000. Who is that? Are you in the chat? Tell me. Anyway. Yeah, Jim White has worked with so many records, and Fred was mentioning it, the Odorous White record from last year. I'll have to grab that real quick, but it's so good. Yes. Tice, yes. That's what I was trying to think of before with Jim O'Rourke, Orno Barchi. I love the first Ghosted, so I will definitely be grabbing that. So good. I have the first one, so I'll definitely. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. If you were here. Oh. No wonder.
It's going. Can you hear me?
There it is. Okay, there you are. I was wondering just like who the hell is Nobody 1000, and I should have probably put 2 and 2 together, but I didn't quite see the one. I only saw Nobody 1 on my screen. So I was like, who is this? Who is this Joker?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How about me? You hear me okay?
Yeah. No, I'm I'm still making a sandwich. So I'm just going to be off camera for a second. And
eating is important. You take care of that.
No, but it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in
Right.
in Melbourne. So eating and what time is it over there?
It is great question. What, 10? Yeah, just about 10 o'clock in the evening.
Oh,
I don't know if how well you hear me with the music, but I'll leave it for now. Michael.
No, it's been interesting.
Yeah.
Some nice records and some good interactions.
Definitely, it's I'm half identifying and sort of like trying to tell everybody what's cool about these records, and I guess I'm technically trying to sell them, but whatever. Something I thought I'd try.
Eating and streaming. I love it. Yeah. Indeed, Sean. Eating and streaming. I mean, I could eat on screen if you want, but
you know what?
It's not going to be very attractive.
You do you. I'm going to drink on screen. Just seltzer though. Yeah.
It'd be good. It'd be cool if other people join in. I mean, like Sean, for example. Join in.
Anyone else? If you want to jump up.
Michael.
Here. I'll throw that out again.
Anybody else? It's cool when there's more than
just a namelet or a chewing sandwich on the screen. I'm talking to a sandwich essentially at this point.
Indeed, it's a good sandwich too. But
so, what do you know about Richard Teitelbaum while we're talking, Fred?
What's that?
What's your feelings on Richard Teitelbaum? You know his music. You know some of the stuff he's done. Do you have any of his records?
I don't think so. Is that one of the? Is that what you're playing at the moment, or?
No, that was the Asparagus record, the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I'm playing the Jim White at the moment.
Are you talking about the Asparagus? Okay, sorry, I'm just a level of confusion. You're talking about the Asparagus soundtrack here, yeah? Yeah. No, I mean I know some of the players, and like you talk about Alvin Curran and
yes,
and the like, yeah. But I wasn't familiar with that soundtrack, if you will.
Right. I wasn't really either. Romuald says bon appetit.
Romuald, come on screen.
Yeah.
Where is the sandwich? The sandwich is Swiss cheese, pickle, and chili. It's pretty good. We are in the sandwich community now.
I mean, both things can come together. Why not?
Well, of course. I mean,
weird things have happened.
It's food, music, the best thing.
Now, do you have this Karen Marks record, or do you just have the compilation that she was on?
I've got 2 comps on which that song is on. I don't have that one. I mean, I didn't buy that one because you could buy this in almost every shop in Melbourne.
Right.
Because Efficient Space is a label from here, basically, and we have all of the releases in plentiful amounts. So
yes.
and I've got quite a few of them myself, the Efficient Space releases. But I haven't bought that one because, like, obviously I had the single in 2 different forms already. So
yeah. Yeah, this was a I mean, this is a classic. If you guys, if people miss this, Karen Marks.
It's a classic minimal wave from Australia. I mean, it's superb, you know. Like, and we've produced some really great minimal waves. Speaking of, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, the other day I was jumping around a little bit. I was looking at the original single, and of course, I started getting you see what else it's associated with, or what else it's connected to, and there's so many amazing singles from Australia of this ilk, of this sort of minimal wave kind of thing.
You know, David Chesworth, Essendon Airport.
Yes. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. There's quite a few of these kinds of. But Essendon Airport, probably in terms of minimal wave, is probably the greatest thing that's to come out of Australia, because it's really high quality. It's catchy, and I love it personally. But
yeah, there's the store down in New York, Academy Records, is selling the original one of the David Chesworth's original LPs, and I think the Essendon Airport LP. But it's a little off condition, and then obviously it's not cheap too. So, but it's it's one of those things that's tempting just because it's here in the States.
Yeah, I mean, how much they want for it?
I gotta look again. 100 something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Because
that's what we're listening to.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, Jim White. Lucas says, "Do I know the negative reaction?" Yes, I do. I don't have it, but
Let's see. Yeah. Right. Don't have that either.
Let me turn my camera on for a second.
No more pickles?
Here is the hairy Big Star 1000.
There he is.
I look like shit. I haven't showered or anything. But anyway, they're not here for looks, are they? We're not on
That's not
OnlyFans.
checked.
This is OnlyFans for record nerds. I called it Tinder for record nerds the other day, but
I've been joking with my wife that she should start. I don't know, if you look on Instagram ever. I know you're not Instagram friend, but there's, if you ever, because I look at records on Instagram, you get recommended of like different people who show records, and so you see all these random profiles if you go to search for something, and there's all of these different profiles with women who are like sitting in suggestive poses, like holding Fleetwood Mac Rumors or like AC/DC, and like, it's just totally stupid. But I was just joking with my wife that she should start doing that, but just like holding a Harry Parks record or something. I thought that'd be fun.
No, I mean, but don't you think it's so fucking transparent though? I mean, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm very, I'm super dubious about people who just exploit especially women, because I mean, as record collectors, the vast majority of people who collect records are men.
And no one wants
probably
to
like
look at them.
middle-aged men,
Yeah.
Some women know how to, attract followers. If you get what I'm saying. But I mean, good for them. I mean, that's their prerogative. But I think it's a bit too easy at times. It's like.
Well, it's also just funny to see records become like this object that's associated, or it's like the object that's you're associating with to make yourself look interesting or cool or attractive or whatever. That's right, at the record store here, I only work there, like 7-8 hours at this point just for fun. But there's not a day that comes by where people don't come in saying, hey, can we do photo shoot here? Can we do filming here? Or they'll just start taking pictures with people holding records. It's like, it's the way it is now. I mean, these things have become like a fetishist object,
Yeah. I mean, I've been saying this for so long, that there's a fetish surrounding vinyl. I mean, there's, I got recommended vinyl basic. Wow. That's nice.
Of course there is. Of course.
There is. But yeah, I mean, For me,
No, it
I'm
wasn't.
in two minds about this whole thing because I think that there's so much of vinyl which is like the fetish of the object. Like people get turntables or they get records because it's cooler. So it's quote unquote. And I don't think I'm part of that crowd. I don't think you're part of that crowd. I don't think anyone who's watching us at the moment is part of that crowd because we value music. And for me, I've always said, I mean, like if it has to be on CD, that's fine. Like I'm really not a snob. Physical format is fine. I don't even mind reissue versus first. I'm not even like in that kind of.
Yeah.
But there are people out there who just think that having records is just cool. Like.
I mean, it is. I think it is, but it's not because of the
Yes.
hype surrounding it or the object. I mean, it is. Well, it is kind of about the object too. I mean, of course, I love the object. It's a beautiful thing, but it's strange. It's strange to see, and it doesn't seem like it's dying down. Because, like I said, I only see more and more of this. Here we go. Another French
Somebody else?
stage.
Oh, Romuald.
Hi everyone.
Hello, Romuald.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for hosting.
Yes, I just finished the stream, your first stream that you did. I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Just yesterday. So it was really good discussion.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's the idea because I'm French from France. Now living in Canada. I do have a lot of connection with the German vinyl community, which is pretty interesting somehow.
Wow.
And so now the idea, I think I will try to have on the panel several people from around the world. They have different, I think, taste for music, and so to say, to finding the common ground. And I think the first stream was a perfect example. We had Nadine, which is a German, very into soul music, disco. Steve, vinyl chef Steve, into jazz. Stunty, and finding the common ground of all the people. I think I will try to do more stream like that in the future.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great way to sort of like you're saying, bring everyone together and show the similarities and everyone's and talking about all the French. I really loved hearing about the French music of the 80s and 90s that was sort of like that I know nothing about. That was sort of like pop music there and was very exclusive to there. And so check out French Vinyl Addict, Romuald, for everyone who doesn't know.
Yeah. We did have a great stream together the other day as well
with Fred. The second one, of course.
I'm gonna get to that one. So, but what's up with you tonight?
Not much. I have a very difficult week at work. So now it's Friday evening. Just calming down. Everything's going to be all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a weird week for me. It's been an off week of all my kids were home from school this whole week, and I had a weird work week, and it's been strange. Oh, we have a Psychedelic. Does everyone know Psychedelic? Of course you do.
Yeah, you just had a live stream about 1 hour ago. Yeah.
You hear us out there, Derek?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha. So I got home. I was away, and I know you were doing a stream, Derek. I opened up naturally when you're away, and there's not been around all day. That you might find a package on your doorstep, which I'm sure many of you can relate to. So this was pretty sweet to find. Thank you. Derek sent me these today.
Oh yeah, you bet.
VCLT. Thank you so much. I don't have.
Yeah. So. Oh, nice. Good.
Yeah. I don't know the Fargo record. I know this record. This was pretty sweet. It was a sweet one. Thank you. Summerhill.
Sorry, I'm hearing like a really strong delay right now. Is that on my end?
I'm not hearing anything. You sound okay on my end.
Yeah, I'm hearing a really strong delay. I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe it's on my YouTube app or something.
I'll try one thing for you. Let's see. I don't know if you have. How's it sounding now? You getting some echo?
Just a second.
Okay. All right, you sorted
I
it
think
out.
I had to pause my YouTube app.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
Well, anyway, yeah, so Derek sent me these today. Some deep psych picks here. Summerhill.
Well, I'm really glad that you didn't have Summerhill.
No, I don't. I've seen it. I mean, I've seen it at the. All this is on Tetramation. How do you say the label?
Tetragrammaton.
Tetragrammaton. I can't. Yeah, of course. Deep Purple's label.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, Bill Cosby's, I guess.
So Derek. Oh, we have. Oh. Uh-oh. We're getting outnumbered.
Hey.
Three Frenchmen and 2 Americans now. Stunty.
On les encule, les Américains.
Oh,
Oh, quand même.
I'll assume that was an insult because
Yeah, this whole StreamYard thing is kind of new to me because I've always had issues with audio and stuff, so I just kind of made me afraid to jump up on here, but it seems to be working okay now.
Well, how'd your stream go, Derek?
plus Stunty is
Well,
more
I'm
French
kinda-
than ever. Stunty is more French than ever.
He's in France now.
He's back to the roots. Yeah.
Kind of sweating after my stream because I was doing some air drumming on Crush Butler.
Oh, nice. That's a great one. Crush Butler. I haven't pulled that out in a while.
It's got a lot of punk energy to it.
So we were just listening to this Jim White. We just played the whole record. This is essentially mainly a percussion record. And yeah, we went through. I don't know. Most of you've seen this, or some of you've seen it. Went through about 7-8 records of new stuff that I'm talking up, piping a little bit, selling a little bit. Sort of a loose thing, and I'm trying to feel this thing out. And this is brand new. This is on Drag City. Stunty, what's up with you over there?
Well, I'm not really in France.
No, you're not.
I'm in Bretagne.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
I've got that record too.
I know you got it.
It's me who showed Bruno this record from his own town. It's so funny because he never know where he's a label from his hometown. I showed it. He went, what the fuck? Yeah, great record. I'll get mine out as well. Why not?
Is that one of the ones you found, or what?
Bruno
Yeah.
gave me a copy of it, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because
And-
I think he had some dead stock of it.
No, he's just like every time
Oh, he bought a whole lot of it. Yeah, is that what?
Yeah. It's from a label from Morlaix, a city in the north of Brittany. Lots of oysters there, and they had like I think 8 releases, and yeah, so this is free spiritual jazz with bagpipe from there. They had 2 albums, and I think I might be getting the second one tomorrow.
I think 13 releases. I think that's the number 13.
Yeah, but I don't think they have 13 actually.
Okay.
But yeah, you know how it is sometimes.
Yeah. But it's have you listened to, because you're in have you listened to it? Have you played it?
Yeah.
It's wild for a French bagpipe record. It's really kind of like it's quite.
And I think there's a little bit of it online you can listen to. And I remember when you showed it, I went and checked it out, and yeah, I thought it was all right, but like maybe not something. Oh, I need this. And then when I listened to it for real, it really clicked. Sometimes it's like that with free jazz, and
It's great.
yeah. No, I haven't heard it yet, but Jose has been
Talking it up.
hammering me with like, have you listened to it? Have you listened to it?
Well, I'm gonna play another new record. I don't
Just,
know if anyone knows
just-
this one.
A special hello to Jeff Greer there, my
Yes.
buddy Jeff Greer. old VC God. I still have all of your records, man. Thank you for stopping by.
Have
Lovely
you
guy.
stolen them from him? Like, I still have all your records, man. It's like
I
sounded
don't
like
know
a.
Jeff.
Yeah.
I don't know Jeff. Do I?
I'll do a plug for Jeff Greer. Why not? Schematics for a blank stare. It's his music. He made a lot of that. Jeff, if you're watching, but this is the only record on which my name appears on the sleeve. I'm keeping this forever. Acid Rain, which and your 10-inch, and then he's recorded. These are all like kind of like psych jazz records, psyche, funkadelic records. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Jeff. Still have all of your records.
Where are you from, Joe? Where are
Oh
these
yeah, I
records
think
from?
I've seen those somewhere.
Yeah, Arizona. I think he lives. Yeah, I think he's
Okay.
in Arizona. I think.
They look interesting.
Yeah. No, he's the first one here that I was showing, which it's just a little bit of old VC history. I've got so much stuff from Jeffries. But the credits, you know, it's Chris Cole on the credits, and
No shit.
yeah, and my name as well. There we go.
Oh wow.
Cool.
That sounded eerily planned, Fred. You had all these records at hand there, right when he turns up in the.
Oh yeah, we planned it. We planned it big time. No, they just happened to be in the just in the corner there near me. There. Yeah, that's yeah. Why not?
I'm playing another new one. This is something I checked out. Monopoly Child Star Searchers. I'll show you. And it features the dude from Sun Ara, who you'll know.
Oh yeah,
Captain
I know this
Stallone's.
one.
This is cool.
Your sound very remote, Dom.
I sound remote now.
Yeah.
Interesting. Someone just Andorra, you were saying it was sounded okay, maybe not anymore. Are you hear the music? You hear it?
Yeah, a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be it. Like if it's coming from the microphone as well, then it's probably like.
Oh,
Right.
coming from your earbuds or something.
My earbuds are not my mic. My mic is on my camera, but I'll turn it down a bit. Anyway. Yeah, this is another brand new record. This I played the Mike Cooper record earlier. There's a little bit of sort of that same environment, we'll say, on some of this.
Did you
Stallone's
get the
is doing
Mike
it.
Cooper record with Pierre Bastien?
Yeah, that's what I showed earlier.
Okay, yeah.
Aquapelagos.
Yeah, I was waiting to hear more tracks from it to make a decision because for the longest time they only had like 2 tracks on Bandcamp. You could listen from them.
To make a decision not to buy it, as is your your way to operate.
Yeah, indeed.
Dante just listens to records so that he doesn't buy the records.
I hope.
I
so
mean,
that I
you can't
hope I.
buy
yeah.
You can't buy everything.
Yeah, no,
I don't
you
have. I've cherry picked Mike Cooper myself. I feel like there's a little bit of repeating in what he's doing sometimes.
Yeah.
It's always interesting. But I was talking about Rayon Hula and Fratello Mare and this what's it, Tropical Gothic is also good. I know you like that one.
Yeah.
This was good though. I mean, I've only heard the first side. Indico, Pierre Bastien. So yeah, I played a bunch. I don't know how much you saw, Stunty, but
I came like
8 or so
2
records.
minutes before you saw me. I had a little bit of insomnia.
Aha, yeah.
You were hanging out with jazz bums. Tell the truth.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
it
it's
won't be-
Friday. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This won't be a normal thing for me on Friday, really. Ben's in the house. Ben, your package is on the way. Yeah. There's some more. Jeff.
Yeah. No, Jeff is a cool guy. He just produces this. I think he's a drummer. He plays the keys. They're good. They're nice records. Yeah.
Does he have a VC channel?
No, no. He used. Yeah, we talk about years and years ago. I can't remember now. I think maybe his channel is still up, possibly, but I can't remember. It's been so long. We're talking about 2014 or 15 or something. So I don't know. It's a long time back.
Well, we talked a lot about this record, Asparagus.
So how is it in reality?
I mean, I'm pretty sold on it, but I'm also selling copies of it, so I'm sort of like in between on it right now. I love the there's a brand new composition, Threshold music with Alvin Curran, Lilo Boudreau, Miguel Frasconi, and then of course you have the original soundtrack plus the early sort of work that he was doing that led to the soundtrack.
Yeah, there's Steve Lacy on it, right?
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
Steve Lacy, Steve Potts, Takahisi Kosugi, and George Lewis. I think it might resonate with me and sort of continue to. I think it's going to turn out to be really good.
Oh, Ender's Revenge is saying you showed the Morton Feldman.
Yes, I just had the one copy of that left. I think he's taking it. Yeah.
What do you mean you had the one copy? And what do you mean you were selling copies of the Richard Teitelbaum?
Yeah.
Are you?
So that's what I was trying with the stream, is to sort of talk some new records that I've bought copies of to resell, essentially. Some I'll keep, some I'll sell. It's basically a way to, support the channel a little bit. Because I have a wholesale account with a distributor here, so I was able to get some stuff. Yeah. So this, I think, is gone. I don't know if they're repressing it, but it's out there, or it's vanishing, is what I should say. And then I think the other one that people were reacting to quite a bit was this clearing. Let me make this bigger. Amelia, Cuni, Werner, Durand, and Uli Hohmann on Black Truffle.
The first side of this one is like, absolutely stunning in my opinion.
It was good. We listened to most of that first side, and then we a little bit of the second. So yeah, it's just something I'm trying out. See if it sticks a bit. Really, just an excuse for me to dig into new records, really, that I'm investigating. So. And then Mike Reed, this one was pretty interesting too. Separatist Party. Sort of a free jazz, funky. Oh, it features Bitchin' Bajas on it, which was sort of the piece to it. Cooper Crane, Dan Quinlivan. So, yeah, that's what we've been doing. What do you got to say for yourself?
Exhausted. Like, I've learned how to become, to clean chimneys, to purge septic tanks, like all the good stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty shit when you have to, because it's your dad's house, yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying, yeah. I mean, I didn't get to do it, but my father died probably 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And my brother cleaned the house. Fucking hell. That was just like a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. So, yeah.
Yeah, there was something like 4,000 books that I had to decide what to do with. Like, do I keep stuff like that?
Is that a book?
Yeah, that's a book.
Fucking hell. Is that Victor Hugo?
Yeah.
No. That's not a book.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. Why not?
How would you even get the books back, or what would you even do? How
Oh
would
no,
you
no,
sort
I
that
can't.
out?
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm just. Oh yeah, actually, yeah. I'm keeping a couple, and let me show you something interesting. Wait. Let's see if we can get them in trouble.
Hold on. I like trouble.
You're a bit frozen. Oh, cocktail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you keeping this?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my
Very
god.
nice.
Yeah.
That's the one book to take home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who passed away the same day as Edith Piaf, I guess.
Jean Cocteau. Yeah.
No, I was just corresponding with my family because my mom and dad's house were selling as well, and my sister just sent me a text of image of the complete attic being cleared out, which I've never seen. It totally blew my mind. My father's entire life essentially was up there, and she just had it completely cleaned out, and it's empty, and it just totally just blew my mind. So yeah, that we're dealing with the same thing.
Yeah, that's really, that's the weirdest part. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, selling the home and everything. So now are you going back there? Is this it for you, Stunty? Or you said you may go back one more time?
Yeah, hopefully. Well, I don't know what to say. Hopefully, or unfortunately, it's kind of.
Yeah, you were talking about throwing a party there in one of the streams.
Yeah, I was just saying it like that. It would have been amazing, but there's so much room. But that one of the silver linings is like
Sorry,
I might like tomorrow night. Ottaker is playing in Rennes, and it's sold out. But I might be able to. Hello, Alan. Sean, sound of my teeth, and Chris.
I'll check it out, Jeff. Clearing. Didn't dig the Mike Reed. Yeah, the Mike Reed he's not the vocalist on that either. Austin, what's up, Vinyl Piper?
He's on a digging trip, I think, Chris. There's
Yes,
probably actually another official reason for the trip, but I think it's actually a digging trip in reality.
Well, it's always the trip, that's always part of the trip, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the record I played first. I don't know if you guys all saw this one. This is when I was just really getting the thing going. This was pretty good. This is an Australian artist. This one I maybe am not completely sold on yet. Lisa Lerkenfeldt.
Oh, okay, yeah, I listened to that one, yeah.
It was good. It maybe sort of not very inoffensive, I guess. Just maybe is the word, but I need to sort of listen to it more. It definitely was living in the repetitive world of ambient music, which can be good, but it can also sound like other things that you enjoy more. So I need to check this out some more.
Is Fred also in the thank yous of that record as well?
Fuck off.
Let me check.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe
Why
you'll
not?
offer it.
Why not? No, I'm only on one rate. Like, I mean, like one. That's all I want. No, I'm just kidding. It's but it's cool though. I mean, like it's kind of a cool thing. There's a record somewhere with your name in the credits. You go, oh yeah, that's cool. I mean, you don't care, Stunty, because you've done it lots of times, and you're so fucking blasé about the whole thing. But for modest nerds like myself, I'm, controversial opinion number one for today. I don't know. Who else thinks that Andre 3000's new record is a crock of shit?
Okay.
That's not controversial though.
No, I know. But I mean, people like hyping this shit up like they've never heard Fluid before. I feel sad for all the new age flutes.
I think
And
it's
you-
amusing. I think it's amusing in a way just to have him doing it and having people sort of be.
Because it's this
duped
band
or
here.
tricked.
That's the band that's on this record here that plays with him.
What you got?
Carlos Nino.
Oh,
But yeah.
How does that? I haven't even listened to it. The Andre 3000 thing. How does it? What is it? I know it's a flute record, but like I only hear people saying either it's shit or it's actually really really good.
It's not that it's not that it's shit, but it's just that there's tons of these kinds of records that have been released all the time. Just because it's Andre 3000, people go, "Oh, I need to have this." Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like
he's trying to make a new age record, really.
That's right.
And it is what it is. I mean, if
So
you've
it's
never heard
basically
that,
Carlos Nino's record, I guess.
Like, I much prefer a Carlos Nino record than to have that, because I know at least it comes from the place that he's an ambient artist, so that's his mode of making records. Whereas I don't know. I mean it's just a bandwagon thing for me. I mean that's what I feel.
The people that don't know that music at all, maybe it's a gateway for them, though.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But is it really going to be? Do you think? Like, do you think suddenly, like, hip hop fans or fans of Adcast will suddenly get into fucking Terry Riley as
I think it's a way for him to be relevant again, like people talking about him, and then the next thing he does now, it's like, oh shit, he's back with this thing now. Like he did that flute record. How weird was that? And I think it's a talking point more than anything. It's a marketing thing, really. At the end of the day, whether he means it that way or not, that's the way I see it.
But is it like this? Is it kind of like the Smile?
Yeah.
No, is it?
What?
I listened to it. It
no,
just
but like I was wondering if it's like philosophically, like, is it kind of like the Smile?
Like
you mean the level of hype because it's Radiohead, or is that what you mean? Is that what you're saying, or
no, more like because there's that, and also is it like a getaway, like the Smile? Because the Smile for me, I thought like it's not bad, but it's nothing special about it. And then you buy the exactly like you did. You show an international anthem record, the Tony Skinner one, which is amazing.
But somebody, I'm just trying to react to someone's comment there. Andorra's Revenge. Yeah, Edward Vessel. I've got only one of his records on ECM, but it's very good. Can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I'd say yes. Yeah. So I can't remember.
He's trying something. That's really at the end of the day what it is. And look at what we're talking about it. I mean, like he won, I suppose.
No, but I mean, like, it's just if he had made another hip hop records, nobody would even. Yeah, I think it could be a publicity stunt. You're right. I mean, it could be something where people have forgotten about me. What can I do to make them realize I'm still here? Oh, well, I'll make a new age record. That'll fuck with them. I mean,
yeah, that is how much it costs. It's a triple LP.
Oh,
it's so expensive. Yeah. It's super. Like here in Australia, it's like $150, $180 or something to buy the records. Not that I will, but it's super expensive.
Why is that it's so expensive?
What?
Why is it so expensive? What label is it on?
It's
I
a
don't know.
major. Yeah, it's like Epic or something like that. It's a major. I just looked at that today, but I think it says like what? Isn't that like collectible hip hop records sell new for like $60, $70, $80? So he's just trying to like position it in that same that same market, I suppose. It's nothing deluxe about the packaging to what I saw, because I saw it at the store here. But
yeah, look, I don't mean to. Well, I don't really mean to say this in an offensive way. I just feel, there's so much hype around that record. You're right, Stunty. It is like The Smile, effectively. Like The Smile, everybody goes, oh, it's Tom York, it's Johnny Greenwood, and I've got the first Smile record, and it's just okay. There's one really great song on it. The rest of it is just third-rate Radiohead. And the second Smile, people tried to convince me to buy it because it's allegedly better than the first Smile. But I think to myself, no, probably not. And it's all due to the cachet that Tom York has on music nowadays. Nothing more, nothing less. I think I don't think I would bother with it, but to each their own.
He does.
We have
genuine.
Wow.
It does seem like it is a genuine thing, but at the end of the day,
yeah,
there's not much to it really.
But could it also just be that Fred is a little bit jealous because of the name? Like, he's got 2000 on you.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's you. I admit it. I've been pissed off at Andre 3000 for so many years now that he took my idea, which was not my idea at all. No, yeah, you're right, Stunty. As usual, he knows everything.
Question here for Derek. I never see these Rockadelic reissues around. That's strictly online.
Yeah, that's basically how I acquired them. Usually through Discogs. I can't even remember the last one I picked up on.
I have very.
I guess it was. I guess I picked up that Framework one. Framework with their album Skeleton.
Yeah, I think you showed that recently.
Found it on the cheap end. Yeah, like a couple videos back, I think.
Right. Big Stone 10,000. There you go.
10,000 Maniacs, yes, that's me.
10,000 Leagues Under the Mainstream.
Yes.
I didn't get into the Smile records when I heard them. I only heard the first one though. I didn't really find much for it for me.
Yeah, I remember when everyone was like, "Oh, this is so obviously the record of the year," and yeah, okay.
I did like the Tom Skinner record. I did come around on that though.
Oh, that one is amazing.
Voices of Bashara.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying that at first you were like, yeah, it's good, I don't know, but that that long track on that side is like everything you want from an art ensemble of Chicago LP from early 80s or something like that.
What's the Tom Skinner album that you're talking about? Oh, sorry,
it's the one under his name on Non-Such International Anthem.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, okay, yeah, I haven't listened to that one.
It's like you will be surprised. I think it's really
no, I haven't
much
got that.
Above the Sons of Kismet.
Yeah, Kemet.
Yeah.
I got this at the same time. Has anyone heard this yet? This solo of Jeremiah Chu?
Yeah, I've heard that. This is very good, actually. Yeah,
it's
very
a cool
good
story. He just turns up at like a synthesizer like warehouse / store in LA and just basically plays with all of their synths and makes an album. I guess right there. I think he recorded it at the store during his visit.
Controversial opinion number 2. I think the album that he's just made with Ariel Kalma is pretty average.
Yeah, it's so funny you say that.
He made an album.
Coming to the same conclusion.
Yeah, because it's an international anthem as well, I think, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Ariel Kalma, him, and Marta Honor.
Sophia Honor.
They're all 3 people,
right.
And it's I'm not sold either on the one that Dom just showed.
I do like the Jeremiah Chu and Marta Sophia Honor, The Islands LP that they made couple of years ago. That's a very nice album, for me anyway. But
Yeah, the Kalama one, it's good, but it's kind of like it doesn't surprise. And I
Yeah.
guess it grew out of a BBC thing that they did together. Um, but yeah, for now I'll keep it around. Obviously, it wasn't bad at all. I think I was expecting something a little more challenging.
Yeah. But it's nice ambient. I mean, no, it's not. It's nothing
Ah, hey Lisa.
groundbreaking.
I typically can't do these on Friday night, so Saturday
Mm.
nights when I would usually do these, but it's a weird week, so here I am. But anyway,
Well, you certainly have a few bums here.
I
Look at
got some
Stunty.
bums. I'm taking bums.
Yeah, and Romuald is saying nothing. He's just watching.
Yeah. No, but we had
He's
this.
not a bum.
We had this
Nice.
conversation with Stanley earlier this week, right? You were talking about this electro artist who do something different, and it's not always consistent. I don't know which was the sentence.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay.
I mean, I think the
Did you happen
international
to see
anthem
my
looks.
latest?
Oh, go ahead, Derek.
Did you happen to see my latest Acid Archive entry today?
I haven't. I've seen. You did 2, and this is the 3rd one.
This is the 5th one.
5th. Have I missed that? Maybe I've missed. Oh my god.
You'd be practically the most qualified person in the VC to do acid archives. I think, Derek.
He certainly is.
You
think
have
so.
you have the collection for it. I think you've got the.
Yeah, there
Oh,
doesn't
God.
seem to be very many into the self-released kind of obscurities, kind of like me. But I've kind of fell out of it a little bit myself, just because of I don't know. You get to a certain point and you can only discover so much, and it seems like because now since I've gotten the 2nd edition of Acid Archives, I've diving into that now because I didn't know if you knew that, Dom. Someone tipped me off to Amazon to pick up the 2nd edition, and
Yeah.
I think they just reprinted it.
They did. I saw it when I initially was looking at it, starting this whole thing. Mine is like, I'm not even sure what edition it is. Everyone's got a colored version. Mine's all black and white. I don't even know. But I will show you some of the ones I'm thinking about doing. These are records that are in the Acid Archives that will appeal to sort of like everybody, or this sort of cross genre. This is in the archives. I want to make myself big. I'm sort of giving away what I'm going to do.
Gravity Adjusters Band.
But who cares?
I don't recognize that one.
This
It's
is
the Gravity Adjusters Band.
Yeah.
They have 2 LPs, if I remember correctly, Dom, right?
Yeah, this is the first one. So it's sort of a San Francisco improv record, and very much a Chris Cole record for sure. It's free improv. You might kind of harken it back to like, it's not quite as harsh as like Nihilist Spasm Band, but it's got like that sort of just free, anything goes kind of thing. But I believe it's a San Francisco group.
I'm kind of into free stuff lately.
Yeah, this is out there stuff, and it's hard to call this really psychedelic, I guess, but it's in there just because of the private press nature.
Yeah, I got this like 20 years ago or so, and unfortunately my copy came with like a bad heat damage on it, but like I could listen to it a little bit, and it's not like really a pleasant listen, isn't it? There's something a bit harsh about it, like.
And I haven't played it in a while, so I have to listen to it again. But
like it's not at all like spiritual or anything. Like the name would like clue you, and it's actually more like kind of antagonistic in a way, a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, that's probably accurate. I have to hear it again. This one I'm going to do too. This is a really fantastic record.
Oh yeah.
One.
It's been a while since I've listened to that, but I remember it being it's kind of minimal, isn't it?
Yeah, I would equate it to Arica. It's along the lines of Arica, maybe a little oh god. It's when it comes to the instrumentation, it reminds me of the Arica records, but This one is got a harshness to it, I think, as well, if I remember correctly. But again, I haven't played it in a while. It's on these labels.
About Arica, actually, I have a little fun story to show like the silliness of new age music. It's you know the brown one and the pink one, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I had both of them. I only have the brown one left because after a while, like I thought they were the same.
Well, they are. Except
But
for
no,
one, I
they're
think the
not.
brown one has one extra track.
I think the pink one also has something that is not on the brown one. But
Chris Cole illuminated me to that after I'd already had both. He's like, yeah, it's basically the same, except I think the brown one adds like a free jazz track at the end.
yeah,
the orange one is pretty
Okay,
cool
where's
too. Is that the same as the brown one? The orange one? Is that what I mean? Is that what you mean? Or
yeah,
I can show him.
the orange one is a single LP, and
Yeah.
the brown one and pink one are double LPs, and I'm pretty sure that they both have one exclusive side, and yeah, I sold one because I thought it was the same.
This
this
one is the one most people have.
That's mine. Is just a stock standard reissue from.
Do you have a punch hole in it in your copy, Dom?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And then the brown and the pink.
That's the one that you could, for the longest time, you could still order it from the Arica cult.
Which one?
The one you just showed, the yellow orange one.
Yeah.
And these are the two in question.
Oh yeah. Now, yeah, I remember that. Yes.
I thought the brown one has the extra on it. So these are all the.
Could you double check that for me, Dom?
Yeah.
Like later.
Sure. How about right now, if you guys talk? This is the one I showed just the other day that you could still get copies of this, but it finally sold out. I gotta catch up with comments. You guys talk.
What is that for a genre?
It's like new agey jazz, spiritual, but it's not jazzy.
Kind of world music, right?
A little bit. It's a little of everything.
Yeah.
It's
how colonialist of you, Derek.
Wait, what's that?
Hey, Dizzy.
How colonialist of you? World music, huh?
That's just kind of generalizing it, I guess. But
yeah, it's true when you.
Speaking of.
Go ahead.
Speaking of the Acid Archives, though, I mean, the way I'm kind of approaching it is like every single entry is kind of like a different field or a different branch under the psychedelic umbrella. So, like today, I decided to do like a non-music. I mean, it's got some music, but it's kind of more of like a what they call non-music spoken word. And I showed Bob Larson. I don't know if you know the guy.
Yeah.
Let me get you. I haven't seen this video of yours yet. No.
Okay.
Oh, I do know this.
It's got a funny introduction.
Yeah, George at the Who Owns Angry Mom, he's a fan of that record.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty entertaining to listen. I mean, in a lot of ways, it's kind of dated, but at the same time, I mean, pretty relevant at the time. But he does like a wild cover of In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, but he kind of goes off in his own noisy trail of thought going into it, and just kind of, it's just super noisy, and just the way he has this mic'd up too. It's like he performs this in front of like a high school auditorium, and you just have to think like, what are the teachers thinking of all this? Like this, I think I can only assume he was like just a young pastor at the time or something, and talk about how this is the devil's music and give them an example of what that sounds like or whatever at the time. It's kind of wild.
So that's the video you did today, you say, huh?
Yep. And it's got a funny intro to it. I used a clip of one of Bob Larson's exorcisms, because that's kind of what he's known for these days. and he's pretty active to this day on YouTube. Kind of zany.
Lucas, which record you meant, but let me know.
Oh, it was the
Arica?
No, before that.
The adjusters one,
whatever.
Oh, Gravity Adjusters.
Gravity Adjusters Band.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the first album. It's just called One. So...
What's the name of the band? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Expansion, yeah.
So I'm leaking my next entries into this, but no big whoop. The other one, I know Derek, you're a fan of this record. Sapphire Thinkers.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I love this album.
Yeah, great mixing job, great engineering on that one.
The old Hobbit label.
Is it rock?
So, this is psychedelic rock, but it's pop. It's like psychedelic pop. A lot of organ.
It's kind of a psych pop with kind of like occasional hard rock backing to it.
Yeah, really good.
Kind of in a West Coast vibe.
Some of this Acid Archives, I mean, they've been really good. I think, I don't know, we're on a pretty good start, I'd say. I just need some more contributions from some of the other members of VC, because it's going to take that to get that many done.
I agree.
I did think... Oh, sorry, Stanty, you go.
No, I was just, I'm still not 100% clear on the concept.
There's this book called Acid Archives, basically.
Yeah, I know.
They're doing just like, they're just talking about one record from the book. That's what I think. That's what
it's like the Blue Note project or something.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, I think. Yeah, ish.
Yeah, the idea is just to highlight a record in the book and give your thoughts about it. And I like when everyone reads the entry in the book. Some aren't doing that, but.
Or is it like a way to hype up the price of the section of your collection you're not listening to anymore, Dom?
I don't need to hype up the price on these. Everything in this book is pretty much.
Know.
It's like the Andre 3000 record, you know. It's a ploy. It's a marketing ploy from Dom. You know, it's his new age record. It's his. I don't have the book myself. Like, I don't have I did see a few of the entries, and I thought, oh, but then there's a list of all the stuff on Discogs. I saw on Discogs there's somebody who's done the whole list, but by the time you scroll through it, it just takes forever, and I sort of gave up after a while. I went, no, I'm not looking through 2,500 entries on Discogs. It's just, you know, I've got other things to do at the moment. But I might do an entry here and there, but. You know, I don't. You know, you people are way more qualified. It's especially if you live in the US, you've got all these records on tap. Basically, here it's fucking impossible to get them. You know, so
I understand that.
Yeah,
maybe I do a Pink Floyd entry.
The Pink Floyd project.
Maybe I do a Pink Floyd entry.
I don't think they're in it. They're not.
No,
in it.
like I'm. Yeah, no, they're not.
Hey, Lance.
Since
nice.
Dom's kind of already spoiling his entries,
I think
maybe I'll just show my.
I think you should do a Ringo Starr entry, Stanty. That's what
Lance
you should do.
Lance is also super qualified to do these videos, so that would be awesome. What do you have, Derek? You want to show something?
Well, I was just gonna say, since you kind of showed what you got cooking up next, I figured maybe I'll show the two I have in the works. The Many Moods of New Breed.
I don't know that one.
So this is kind of like it's kind of a, I mean, you never see anybody posting this one. I got lucky on this on eBay years ago, and it's I think it's all original tracks, maybe one or two covers, but it gets pretty heavy and it's kind of like a club sound to it. Second side gets really heavy. It's, kind of brown acid style almost. Pretty awesome. And then I'm sure you know this one, ESP disc.
Yeah, that's a great one. I have a reissue of that actually.
Yeah, it's really cheap too. The reissue.
It is.
That's
It's
what
a
this
yodeling
is.
astrologer.
Replying
It's my folk pick.
to Chris a comment. Chris's comment.
I still haven't listened to that in forever.
Yeah.
I got
There you go,
here.
Chris.
Here we go.
Anyways, that's the idea in mind for me. These two.
There's Dave. Yeah, I figured Lance would know that one. Do you have
Is
it,
there
Dave? Do you have
some place
Meech?
online where you can find the list?
It's on Discogs, Stancy.
Okay.
There's a list. The list has been posted on Discogs. You know, you're the king of Discogs here, so you will find it. If I can find it, so can you.
All right.
Yeah, it's a list. It's out there. But yeah, like Fred
Oh,
said,
by the way,
it's 2,500 entries.
I don't know if my French friends here have been flooded lately. Like in the past 24 hours, I had all these people I know or kind of know on Instagram who've been sending me this Serge Gainsbourg clip of all the kids like smoking the kid cigarettes.
In the TV
Like,
show,
and
yeah.
sing-
Yeah.
So basically, everyone was like, "Oh, look, I know something of your culture," and then I see it's just a post from Lights in the Attic. So I'm just noticing that everyone is like subscribed to Light in the Attic and like culturally appropriating like French 80s mainstream culture.
Yeah, I didn't see that, no. But
Mais tu vois ce que je veux dire, quand il a tous les kids là qui sont un peu grimés comme lui et qui.
This is a TV show,
On est
yeah.
venu te dire qu'on te donne.
Yeah.
ah yes,
It's a
yes.
tribute.
Oh, wow.
Jean-Pierre
Yes.
Foucault tribute
Yeah,
TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I see what you're talking about. Yes, yeah.
They were like, they had
It's
this
before
gray.
It's before he died. It's
Yeah.
a little bit before he died.
Yeah.
In 89 or whatever, 88.
Yeah.
You got like 40 kids like
Yeah.
that looks like him smoking fake cigarettes right after he did Lemon Incest. That's like just in France.
So good.
I love that we're having a French conversation and then also like talking about brown acid at the same time. Let's call it the VC, baby. Yes. Spectrum Archives. What's
Salut
up, Frederick?
Frédéric.
Ah bah
Hey,
t'es
Fred.
viré alors. Casse-toi. Les jazz bums, hein?
I know we're competing tonight. I mean, I'll go as long as the jazz bums go. Don't they go to like 2 a.m. U.S. time?
This is the new age bums here.
Andre 3000.
The new age bums. That's right.
I mean, that's these Arica records. I mean, this is original new age, though, right? I mean,
yeah.
it's actually quality.
Yeah. Very good, yeah.
Although,
if you've got the brown one and the pink one, it's the same record according to Stancy, so it's
I
all
think you
right.
might be right.
You're probably right, yeah. Don't you hate that sometimes when you buy a record from an artist and then you know, I don't know, sometime later you find another record, but you didn't realize that it was exactly the same, like it's got a different cover or whatnot, and you've got exactly the same tracks, and you go, fuck. Like, that happens sometimes. You know, like
in a way, I just did that today, but
yeah,
in a way, I bought this.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
right.
A repackage
of Philosophy of the Spiritual. Yeah,
yeah, but it's okay.
You just have to convince yourself that there's actually a difference, and just don't listen to the rest of the world.
In the sleep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's a nice record. The music for Zen meditation. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Someone mentioned Tony Scott. I have this right down by me.
I used to see that all the time. I haven't seen it come through here in quite a while, actually, but I'm sure it will.
Stunty did a nice double Tony Scott's loop thing on his live stream.
Yeah, Stunty, you highlighted a whole bunch of Tony Scott. Absolutely.
Yeah. It was like when I did with Michael 45, we did the Verve. I thought like, okay, Tony Scott and yeah, the The African Bird on Soul Note is just. I remember when I got it in a shop in near the Sacré-Cœur, like in the late 90s, and was just. I knew nothing about all of that, and I was listening to it, all of it.
Was it Exodisc? Was it Exodisc?
No. It was on the other side of Sacré-Cœur. So it was a little shop that doesn't exist anymore. Like it was like completely improbable. Like
because that's the shop. That's the shop that's the closest to Sacré-Cœur that I go to. I knew of. Yeah.
What's his name? Larry.
Yeah,
the guy
maybe.
from Exotic. I think his name is Larry with his wife. He was the manager for Gong for a little while, I think. Or
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good shop.
I just got this.
That's the record that you posted, Stunty, on your on.
I got this at auction for like $14. So that was a good one. Soul Note?
Yeah, they always come a little bit beaten, like the edges. I've never seen a really pristine one.
I mean, the records. I don't think people really.
Yeah.
This. I mean, yeah. So this is. I mean, I was not turned on to this record at all.
It's just just imagine. Show the cover again, Dom.
Yeah, it's a rough cover.
If you see that in the 90s with this artwork, you're like, it's now we have this whole new age fourth world like perspective, but back then, like this looks like a dollar bin record, right?
Yeah,
in a way.
It's way out there. It's pretty screwed up in a good way. I think it was a great showing on this one. Yep. What else is going on here? An Acid Archive stream. Oh my God, that's how we can get through it. That might get too nerdy for even me.
Here's a cool record I've got in my crate next to me. Just talk about records.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's funny. Chris Cole just sent me a picture of it, and
yeah. That's a nice French fusion record from 79, 78. That's right.
If it was an American record, it would be in the Acid Archives for sure.
Yeah. I've got a crate of records just behind there, so we're here, we're talking shit. Let's show some records. Why not? Anybody else than Stunty knows this one, or
no?
I don't know.
I played it on my stream, so Dom knows it.
Yeah, it's a lovely record. Yeah,
I recognize it.
It was Chris Cole who turned me onto it maybe
it's
10 years
really good record.
Yeah.
I wonder if Yahoo was in the book.
Was that?
Yeah.
I wonder if Yahoo was in the book. I would think he would be.
Yeah, he's in there. I don't know how many of them are, but I'm sure.
I don't know. I think I'm pretty well off just this one, maybe another one, but it's he gets in the zone on this one.
I bet Lance has all those. I know my friend George here collected all of his originals, and he's finally completed them. So.
Oh, we're going to be here.
There we go.
Not Acid Archive, but nice sort of like modal jazz ish record. Yeah, a bit beat up, as you can see, but just a really killer record. I pulled it out because I haven't played it for ages, so I just wanted to hear it again. I was just saying, I pulled this record, which Stunty knows as well. I don't know if, Dom, you grabbed this as well. This record here. This is the Malamore record. I think...
no, I did not get it, no.
Yeah. I took it out of the cardboard box because I bought it directly from him. Like, I went to Leipzig in Germany, and I got it from... Well, he didn't show up. His mate showed up, and...
right, you talked about that.
We had a great conversation and stuff, but it was cool. A nice record. I mean, for people, Malamore and his inflatable knee is the band. Nice ambient. It's a nice ambient record. I think ambient modern classical. What does Stunty think of
I
Malamore?
think it's great. I think it's an album that really,
Yeah,
it will take a while to fully digest it. It's one of these albums that is like, it's not necessarily like a wow album, but it's an album that is really good, and it takes a lot of listens to really, in a way, it's like the Fire Orchestra, but going in more odd directions. And
yeah.
when I say more, I mean also quantity. It goes in many directions, even if it feels like always like it's kind of its own genre in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I might be seeing them tomorrow, Fred.
Yeah, actually,
There's another new age record that people like on this.
Yes.
Is it
That's
New
in the
Age?
archives.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Well,
I guess it is.
it's kind of new agey-ish. Is yeah. I
That's in the
mean,
Acid Archives. That's
yeah.
in
Is
there.
it? Yeah. Oh, it's not really new age, but I mean, it's got the gamelan thing going, and yeah, it's more like a jazz-ish record. I agree, but cool.
It's in that sweet spot of in between
Yeah,
of all
Psych
that kind of
folk,
thing.
I
spiritual.
agree. You know, it's
I think
yeah.
it is in there. I could have sworn it was anyway.
Oh my god, there.
Did you guys did you know the did I tell you the story about that record that I had?
This
The
one
guy,
you talking about?
yeah, like the Entourage Musique Ensemble, yeah. So back in the days, like I played that record on my radio show in France,
Yeah.
and it was the days of MySpace. So basically, I was putting the playlist online on MySpace, and one of the guys who is still alive from the band, he got back to me and offered to send me a CD of the third one, the unreleased one, and he did. And then he came to France with his son for like a vacation, and we met. And I had told him that Fortet had sampled one of the tunes from Entourage. And when he like on MySpace, I told him that. And when we meet in France, he tells me, "Oh, actually, the third record, I'm gonna self-release it now. I got the funds because thanks to you, I sued Domino and got $35,000."
Fucking
And then he was financing the whole thing through that.
Is that the one they put out? I think
Yeah.
Tompkins Square did something, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the one.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
so you're good friends with Kieran Hebden, I take.
I really like the first two Fortet records, and after that, I checked out.
I like quite a few of his records actually. There's this record that is really odd that he made more recently, which is basically a sample of like Indian.
Morning, evening.
Morning, evening. That's a really
that one.
it's an ambient kind of like glitchy. It's quite wild actually. I'll grab it from unless you've got it nearby. Dom, you've got it on.
I think it's actually out of print and has gone up in value. I didn't buy it. I should have.
I've got it here somewhere. Hang on. Let me have a look. Fortet. There's a couple of things that I quite like by him. I mean, obviously, just grab the record. Now, it's this one here. Morning, evening.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cool record. It's different. It's got Hindi chants sampled and looped, and it's been a while since I've played it. I might leave it out, and it's all done on laptop. Obviously, I mean that's the Fortet's I mean, it's the acknowledged masterpiece by Fortet. That's the record that everybody knows. But more recently,
But do you have his early stuff?
yeah, on CD actually, not on record, Stunty. But this here is very. I really like this. Kieran Hebden, looking at your pager. Have you seen this? No, you know of this. It's
Yeah.
2 tracks, but it's just really really great electronic music. I really love this. It's very. There's something about the beats in there that I really love. I mean, it's obviously it's my own preference here, but I really quite. It's from 2019. Yeah, on Ministry of Sound.
Yeah. So the very first record he put out, it was like a double 12-inch, a double one-sided 12-inch, which is basically just samples. It's like a spiritual free jazz record, straight up. And well, his dad had a jazz record store. That's where he was like mining. But so, yeah, and then like I really loved all his Fridge, the 3 albums from Fridge, the post-rock band he was in.
Oh yeah.
And the first one, Dialogue, I think that's great. But I actually think that all the stuff he did with Steel Red is actually really good. Like it's one of his collaborations that could be like a little bit, but it's actually really really good. The 2 albums they did together, then the live ones. I don't know if you guys have these records or listen to them, but
What record are you talking about?
The Steve Red with
That's Steve Reed. Now, I was going to mention that just as you were saying. Yeah, the Steve Reed records. They're all so good. They're really excellent.
I don't have the Domino ones. I didn't get those, but there's this.
Yeah,
it's really good. The Domino one. These are the ones on the
right.
Yeah.
Well,
I've got the other ones on CDs. The what they called Dakar. Yeah, I've got that on CD. And Pose I really love as well. Dom. No More Mosquitoes on it, and 23 is a great tune, I think.
Does anyone? This is unrelated, but does anyone know this record?
Oh yeah,
yes.
Yeah, the rapper.
Yeah, this was right next to my Fortet, so I pulled this out. This is a fucking seminal record to me. He's not done much since, but I've been following his Instagram. He does these little mixes on his Instagram that are awesome, and he's definitely like a 45 digger. He shows some crazy stuff, but this thing's a masterpiece, I think. It's like
I recognize plenty of samples on that one.
Yeah, it's truly is a merging of the two. It's great. I've made a giant mess here.
Michael Valentini is talking about Caribou as well, which I personally quite like some of his stuff. But
yeah, but in the early 2000s, he was not called Caribou. He was Manitoba.
Yeah, Manitoba. Yeah, and very. I love Up in Flames and things like. What did he? Yeah, yeah, and then he got sued by Handsome. What's his name? Dick Manitoba. Yeah, for using his name or something. Yeah.
Eden is from. He's a Brooklyn Jew.
It was probably Stunty.
He's from Philly, though. He's from Philly. He lives in Brooklyn.
It was probably Stunty who told Handsome Dick Manitoba, somebody's using your name, you should sue them.
That's your MO.
Exactly.
Hey,
yeah, Swim is great. I personally have a preference for Andorra. Personally, I think Andorra is a really great record. It's really.
I think Up in Flames is the one to get. I mean, if you just need one, to me, but Andorra is good too.
Yeah, Andorra is it's got this kind of Beach Boys kind of quality, very sort of like bright and sunny. And I read somewhere that there's something like 700 individual tracks on Andorra. Like there's so many tracks recorded on the whole album is it's unbelievable. It's have
you been following his more recent work, like when he's getting more into being a DJ essentially, and what's his other project?
Don't know.
doing like 12-inch singles now. Dan Snaith.
Dan Snaith, yeah.
I can't. I
mean, he made some good records, and I don't know why, but the Andorra reminds me somewhat of the one of my favorite albums from the 2000s, which is Person Pitch by what's his name? Animal Collective guy.
Panda Bear.
Panda Bear, yeah.
That's
a fantastic. For me, is one of my favorite records ever.
Is it the one with the green cover?
No, it's the one with the animals on it. All the
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? No,
Yeah.
Like they're all in the hot tub.
Yeah, that's right.
That's one of my favorites too.
You've got you've got. I can't find mine, but yeah, that's a superb album. I don't know why Andorra reminds me of that a little bit, but because of the kind of Beach Boys kind of sound aesthetic.
I like what he's doing now, but I don't think he'll ever be able to top this.
Oh, this is a masterpiece. Yeah,
I have the 12-inch of that as well. The big track.
Comfy in Tokyo, or maybe a Good Girl. No, is it which one?
It's Bros, maybe.
Everybody show Panda Bear.
Yeah, Panda Bear.
I remember like years ago, Mazzy was doing like a Fred like show your Christmas song, and that's the one I showed, like the jingle.
I do remember that, you showing that.
Yeah. I was in the dark in the winter, like freezing, and with a candle.
I think that was the first thing I ever saw. I think that was the first video I ever saw of yours, actually, Stunty.
Okay.
Dopney is what I was thinking of. Dan Snaith, these guys all got it.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring this one up, Dom.
Oh, you're gonna do
Found this in the Ask Archives.
That's a wild.
This was actually in the second edition.
Is it? Okay. That's a tax scam record that what was the original label? Whatever, but it's weird. I mean, it's. Did you originally call it like a funkadelic type of a little bit?
It's kind of like the fried side of funkadelic, like when they're really acid fried. Just a very loose session.
Yeah, who the hell even did it? Is always the question with those things.
A lot of cocaine involved.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't know if that reissue's still around, but that's a great one for people if you're into just psychedelic, just sort of wildness.
I just happened to bring it up because I noticed it was in the book.
Yeah. What do you have, Fred?
I said here's one for Stunty. Stunty will.
Yeah.
I imagine you know this record pretty well, yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me about that one. I don't know it.
It's kind of like house. Yeah.
It's a house record.
It's a house record, yeah, from 1993, yeah, which no, it's just a I don't know. I honestly don't know very much about it. It was reissued recently by Left Here Records, which is a local label from Melbourne.
But it's missing one track that I really like, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I mean, like, here in Melbourne, you can find it's there everywhere. So that's why I did pick this up.
But elsewhere, for some reason, it's I guess it's because of export or anything.
Yeah.
It costs like 40 euros plus in Europe, which is. But at the same time, right yesterday, there's a copy that of the original that popped online.
Yeah.
So maybe I can save $45 by spending 500 now.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah, no, but it's a lovely record. It's not some. I mean, it's basically a house record. I was trying to describe it better, but it's a house, little
it's
techno,
like a gospel electro house, but not electro house. Like it's from like
93. Yeah.
It's kind of my number one grail in
is it
in house music. Yeah.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that. No. It's you know, it's just because there's a reissue. Well, It was reissued in 2023. In
you could say last year.
Yeah. No, just yeah. I really. It's last year. You're sure? I don't know. I think we're in Vortex somewhere. Here's another record I was replaying yesterday. I was really enjoying yesterday. The Nissan Music records.
Yes.
That's a lovely record. It's kind of a John Hassel-esque French.
Budget John Hassel.
What's that?
Budget John Hassel.
Yeah, budget, but very good. I think very, very good. Has a very third world type of fourth world, type of sound kind of landscape. But I know it's the instruments are very interesting. It's a very interesting list of very sort of
That's why that's because of the instrument list. I bought this in like the dollar bin in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I remember at one point there's something almost a little bit cheesy about it, like during the production, and I was gonna sell it like for $20 or something. I had it in the shop I had at one point, and then it got reissued, and everyone was like, "Wow, this is amazing!" And I was like, "What, really?" And okay, it's actually pretty good, but
I just can't believe you. It's actually pretty good. And since I'm on here showing, this is a recent record that I've been really enjoying the past few weeks, few days. Sorry, it's a record from Israel, The Hallways, homage to. This is a great kind of like, again, fourth world comes to mind. Sort of like a mix between ambient and traditional Middle Eastern music, and again a very sort of like John Hassel-esque kind of sound aesthetic, but very, very cool. I really dig this record from 2022. Yeah, there you go.
What is Dylan saying? He's really missing those 90s dollar beans. He was like 5 years old. Well, what is he talking about?
I mean, no, at the end of the 90s, he was 12 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a dollar record I found.
No, but has he been collecting records since 1986? That's what I'm. That's what I want to know.
That's not
we have to explain the joke to our American friends.
Yeah, you can explain it if you want, Romeo.
Really?
No, it's just that there's this well-known French vinyl influencer who I mean, I'm not going to give my opinion on it because it's
just look at Fred's face. It's telling his opinion.
Yeah, it's a hollow content. But anyway, he keeps repeating. He's about what age would he be?
40.
Okay, 40. So he keeps telling. His street cred is that he's been collecting records since 1986.
Yeah.
The thing is that he was born in 1980.
Yeah. It's like, right. Okay. That's why the joke is.
Cool parents handing you records. I guess
yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah.
Yeah, you were born in 88. Dylan, yeah.
Oh boy.
Just like my sister.
10 in 1980. Oh yeah.
I was born in 86. So I couldn't say I started collecting vinyl in 86.
But you wanted to say that. Didn't you?
No.
You wanted to say that.
Yeah. Ben's comment here. I don't know if you submitted anything in that stunty, but I opted not to. So.
Yeah, we leave that to local band discography. He's probably the one who's.
He's. I think he'll let you know. Well, he'll let you know how he did.
I don't mean to interject, but I think I'm going to sign off with the Jazz Bums tonight.
Take care,
It's
Derek.
the New Age Bums. It's the New Age Bums.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Otherwise, it's been really fun, Dom. Thanks for let me
Yeah.
trial and error this whole thing. So
Yeah, I'll join on one of yours as soon as I can, as soon as there's time. So take
yeah,
care then.
and let me know what you think of Summerhill and Fargo down the road.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you for sending those. That's awesome. So nice.
Bet. Take care.
See you now.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
So we're the acid age bumps.
Here's some acid. I just got this finally.
It's dumb and three Frenchmen. Three French people and dumb.
Yeah, but no one lives in France, so does that count?
That's right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Well, right now I'm kind of in France, huh?
I can find this water in Canada as well. Yeah. Pierre. Do you play? You have to play tennis if you drink Perrier.
You know Nucleus, Dylan. You know him.
maybe we call it the.
I almost bought Towns Van Zandt records because of Dylan.
Oh, which one?
Don't know. Don't remember.
They're all good. You can't go wrong.
During the COVID, I was following Dylan's channel. I didn't have a channel yet, and he made a video about Towns Van Zandt, and I discovered this artist. And the record store in Vermont, the small one called Buchspieler, I just recently made a video about. He has this amazing secret stash, and he has OG Towns Van Zandt. I don't know which one. I think it was over $150. So
are they on Tomato Records? I think the OG.
Yeah.
Poppy.
Was that?
That's the one when he sits behind the table. You know.
Oh, that's the best one. That is the best Van Zandt record, hands down. I think. Yeah.
This guy has a current album, OG, and Towns Van Zandt, and the two Gene Clark, the Roadmaster and the White Light. And I say, okay, what should I do?
Yeah, that Towns Van Zandt, the one where you sit behind the desk.
Yeah.
It's such like just for waiting around to die. That song, just for that, you have that.
That's incredible. I think the first 4 or 5. I mean, those are all. Thankfully I bought those a while ago. Those Poppy originals, because they're now. I wouldn't have been able to buy them anymore.
Not sure about 150. I have to check out, but it was certainly over $100.
It depends. If it was a tomato, I think the tomato pressings are going for that now. I think the poppies are 200 or 300 now. I don't know. It's got bad.
I'm just small time me. I've just got to reshoot.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's such a great record. I mean, it's everything that you want from that sort of. Yeah. I mean, waiting around to die. That song, third song, is for me. It's the best thing he's ever done, really. I mean, bar none. Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to show. This does not have the balloon, but I'm okay with that. I got this from the guy in Canada who was shifting records that some of you are aware of. Not you, Rumwell, but
not me.
Yeah, this is the first German pressing.
Very nice.
Yeah. You know, the ear.
Yeah.
For Dan. Dan, what's going on, Dan? Dots and loops.
I will go to Germany. I will go see my family in France in about 3 weeks from now. So very close to Germany. I will try to see the Black Forest to go to the record store there in Freiburg. I have a great list of stuff I could find there.
There's some good stores in Freiburg, actually.
I know.
I used to go there quite a lot. There's a couple of really nice stores there. Yeah, you should be able to find stuff.
Freiburg is a very student university city, so a lot of young people, and I'm expecting the price to be fair.
I got something better than that today.
What's that? Is it andouillette? No. What did you buy? Andouille.
Andouille. Andouille is an insult in French, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
56 Morbihan. Wow. Fume au feu de bois.
Yeah, be careful. Stunty is showing us his sausage. It's become OnlyFans now.
Does look good.
Oh gosh.
I also grabbed a couple of. It's not very as exotic as you guys, but I bought that magazine yesterday, and it's pretty incredible that Rhapsody in Blue is turned 100 years. So this is the CD. Not a really good version. I think this was the BBC orchestra. Not very good. And I was looking into my collection stuff that brings together jazz, classical music, and
Yes.
and rock. And this is the this is not the got both. This is not that one. This is the I think the original Valentine Suite. This one is a North American or native, and it's more classical orientated, I would say. It has this Bolero Ravel on side 2, and in a way I prefer this version, and you know yeah.
Rhapsody in Blue.
Yep.
It's funny. It's a piece that got, of course, like a bit mocked by classical music heads at one point. I think it's the greatest piece of music of the 20th century.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
It's the most inspiring thing ever. It changes constantly. It's like 19 or 20 minutes of pure genius, inventivity, creativity.
Yeah.
It's I get goosebumps just thinking about it.
Poopy.
Yeah, I found the version on YouTube, and it's brilliant. It's really brilliant. I think it was recorded in New York. It's 100 years ago. Can you believe that? 100 years old.
Beautiful.
And I recently watched a German stream called Scheibenweise. Is very into contemporary scene, and I rediscovered that one.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a lovely record.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah.
And some feel good jazz. This was the one I played yesterday after a long. Yeah, I'm not really a jazz expert. I couldn't really describe, but I'm really feeling good every time I listen to those classic jazz.
Very nice.
Well, if you want to be a jazz expert, you know where to go.
The New Age Bums.
No, I don't
right
know.
You're in it.
You made me pull it. This is for you, Dom. Embryo, we keep on, which I found on the market in Sydney for $5 or something years and years ago. And I still can't believe that it was there, but and this one here, which I don't know. Do many people talk about this wonderful record? Embryo's Reise.
No.
That's a killer record. Is their world music? Sorry, Stunty, I know you're going to hate me. It's very racist, very how colonial of me to call it world music, but very sort of like the booklet is falling off. It doesn't matter. We don't care. Nobody reads the booklet.
I do. Yeah.
I don't.
I'm just kidding. But
the joke in my house is those are the only things I do read are the books or the booklets.
Yeah, that's a great. Probably would be my favorite Embryo release. This one, recordings from Pakistan, Afghanistan, and India. Yeah, indeed, superb stuff.
I mean, if that's what these Towns records are selling for, I may have to sell mine. That's stupid stuff.
I only read manga.
Manga. You should no, I wouldn't say that here.
Dementia.
Oh, actually, this is interesting with music. The guy here, Shintaro Kago, Flying Lotus first movie was made with this guy. He basically did an adaptation of Shintaro Kago.
Speaking of, here's one I prepared earlier. Oh gosh.
And a question for Stunty: what is your take on that one?
Oh, he hates it. I know this. I know this.
You hate that?
Yeah, it's the worst record ever recorded.
You'd You'd be in the minority in saying this, Stanty. I
Really?
think it's a masterpiece personally, but
I was stuck in the office with a Parisian guy for two years, and the only time we talk about music, he said, "Oh, you have to buy this one."
It's the most boring music ever made, in my opinion. But it, like Dylan said, it's jazz. It all sounds the same. But if it actually all sounds the same and it sounds like that, then jazz, I leave it to the bums then.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
all jazz sounds the same. Not Candy Gore.
But if we go deeper into it, okay, so what is it to like about the Köln concert?
What I like about that is when in a very bad mood, I can think of nothing.
Oh look, we got a straight up bum like from under the bridge.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's cold out here.
Thing is,
sorry, I made a joke before in the chat that nobody actually got. I have to explain my own jokes, but I said that Alex is in Utah at the moment because he's looking for LDS inspired avant-garde records, as in Mormon, LDS, but nobody got that.
I got it, Fred. I got it.
Right?
You got it, but it's too late. It's fucked now. My career is gone. Goodbye.
No, the jokes you have to explain are the best.
Of course. As opposed to LSD, LDS, that would be. But I hope I'm not offending anyone who may or may not be a Mormon here. So
my magic underwear is getting tight.
No disrespect to anyone, obviously.
So quickly, welcome Alex, by the way, but un homme a deux valises, un homme de 60 kilos a deux valises de 40 kilos chacune et doit passer un petit pont pour aller sur une île. Et le pont dit attention, ne pas dépasser un poids de 200 kilos. Le gars se dit 140 kilos, ça va. Il passe le pont s'écroule, il tombe dans l'eau, il se noie, il meurt. Pourquoi?
Un homme averti en vaut deux.
Voilà. Tu vois, ça, c'est des blagues. En plus, la blague, c'est l'explication même.
Well, my translating didn't keep up, so you guys are going to have to...
I don't think it's worth investing the funds.
I can't boot you guys. Would you like to be booted?
Je l'ai lu dans Pif Gadget en 1984.
Même moi, j'ai acheté Pif Gadget toutes les semaines aussi, moi. C'est fou, quoi.
Pif Hercule.
Je m'en souviens encore.
En fait, ce qu'il faudrait faire, c'est qu'il faudrait continuer le stream en français juste pour voir jusqu'à quel point on peut aller.
I think Dom would disagree.
Dom, get control of your stream here. What are you doing?
All I gotta do is hit the button.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna hit the button for everybody soon, so let's get it out while you can, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we were trashing Keith Jarrett.
Yeah. Well, Stunty was. I will provide the counter argument to Keith Jarrett's Colin concert. I mean, he calls it the most boring music in the world. I mean, and that's fine. I mean, luckily we don't like the same kind of music. Otherwise, it would be really fucking boring. And I can vibe with his view on the Colin concert being boring. I say the same thing about Led Zeppelin. So it's for me. It's like I will say aloud, like I hate Led Zeppelin it's not I hate it, but I just find it just
don't say
completely.
That with Dylan here.
Just say that while Dylan is coming.
Yeah. But with the Colin concert, what I personally like is this kind of suffering that you feel Keith Jarrett is clearly suffering on the records. That's what I like about it. Anyway, hello Dylan.
We love Led Zeppelin. We love Led Zeppelin.
I heard what you said. No, I realize most people, when you get to the certain point in record collecting, it's not cool anymore. But, when I was a kid, I always liked them, so I still do. But
oh no, it's no disrespect to anyone who likes that. It's my own personal preference. I'm not.
I get it. No, I mean, there's a lot of classic rock bands I can't stand.
Correct.
So Just I'm not a huge Steely Dan guy. A lot of people, you know.
Yeah, but why? Like, you know how we say, I don't disagree with you. I don't say you're wrong. They're not like they're fucking boring. Like, just like, let's be straight about it. Like, not beat around the bush.
Oh yeah, but you're right. But that's the thing that you or me or somebody finds them boring doesn't mean they're bad or
Yeah, of course.
you know.
Of course.
That's just that you can't like it. I mean, if you did like everything, well, you basically have no taste.
Yeah, but I
I
think
have-
everyone here on screen has enough skin to, like, when I say, oh, I think that heavy metal is pubescent music, like adolescent music, like, and they feel insulted personally. Like, dude, it's the music you listen to. It's just like, it's fine. It's gonna be fine.
I have watched like people I know here in town who previously were saying Steely Dan sucks to all of a sudden they're like playing Asia and playing the records and like I think I kind of like them. So I don't know what that's about. I'm not sure. Is it something about the age we're in? It hasn't worked on me. So anyone, Rumwell, do you Steely Dan?
About Asia, yeah, about 4 months ago, since I didn't have a copy yet, and it's not a bad one. It's not something I would listen to every day, but it's not a bad album.
I think it's just not easy listening, but I think people want like something they don't have to think.
Maybe
too hard
overrated.
for. I don't know.
Maybe people made too much fuss about that one. I don't know. By the time,
I would even say artificially rated rather than, because the way we talk about them right now is obviously because of marketing and because of all these fancy reshoots. If you like them, that's fine. But like, they're not even overrated. I think they're just the same, but they're rated because of the reshoots and whatever it is.
I prefer when they were playing Reeling in the Years, doing Eat Again, some stuff like that. Personally, or the Nightlife record Donald Fagen made solo. I think I prefer that one over Asia.
I think it's because they're an audiophile's wet dream. Steely Dan. That's what it comes down to. That's what it is. It's like audiophiles cream themselves over Steely Dan because it's pure sound and because they were such nerds as well. They recorded everything so perfectly.
Yeah.
The music is flawless, though. I mean, you gotta admit that too. I mean,
technically, it's very interesting music. Yeah, for sure.
Alex, is that you?
And then you remember you have a heart. Dylan, actually, some time ago, I made a message to you on a comment, and I think I have an idea for you that, like, I think you would like. So I'll find a way to contact you again about library. Yeah.
Okay. Hit me up.
Yeah.
I thought of you yesterday, Dylan. I was record shopping in Flashback London. It's a record store in the UK, and they have a copy, the original Led Zeppelin one. We know with that blue. Mm-hmm. I think they sell it for $2,000 some ish dollar. It was 3,400 Canadian dollar in my that one. Yeah.
There it is.
So if someone is interested,
show it again, please. I want to see it again.
Yeah,
please.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. I think I'm. Yeah. No, I'm not going to be able to hold it for long.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm on the big screen. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Sorry, you got to do it again.
Can you remind us how many copies of this you have?
I only have one, but I have had two before. That's the.
I meant how many pressings? How many?
How many pressings? Hold on, I got one that's cooler than that. Hold on.
That's the promo. He's got that promo.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Hold on. Sorry, I don't know where it's at. It's a test pressing.
Test press.
Dang. I don't know where it's at. Just trust me. I have a test pressing of it. It's like a US test pressing. It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But one of those things. But yeah, this one I had one when I first opened the shop. I needed inventory and I didn't have enough, and so I sold it, just to buy more stock. And I was like, I'll find another one down the road. So finally, last year I found one.
Can we just compare the both labels? Mine is not a.
Oh my god.
So there's like the super hype, like some of the runout's different, but then also some of the licensing credits and stuff are different as well. So that's
you got the turquoise too, Romo.
Oh, sorry.
You have the turquoise too, or is that just
no? It's not the turquoise. It's the no.
Okay.
Just UK.
It's a UK first press or maybe a later press, but it's a.
Yeah.
I paid like €100, 2 years ago in the fair. So
it's a nice label. Label.
Yeah.
So you're kind of the Kevin Smith of record stores. Kevin Smith, he sold his whole comic book collection to finance his first movie, Clerks, and then he could buy it back.
Well, I think a lot of record store owners do that when they first.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I was like in such a weird position when I opened the store. I was like kind of doing it just to prove I couldn't do it. I was like, I'll try it and we'll see what happens. And then I just didn't have enough stock. I had like maybe 3,000 or 4,000 records, which sounds like a lot, but it's not when you're opening a store. And so I was like, well, so I sold down. So I had a few hundred records left that are just things I couldn't get rid of. But all my really big expensive ones, I ended up either trading or selling to get just more inventory. So at that time, early on, I was hurting so bad for records, and now we probably have like 30 or 40,000 in the shop. So, collections I would die for, sometimes I pass on now because people want the world for them, so.
What you did is like what Dom and I and Alex, we dread. Like when we sell all these small records to buy a big one. You sold like the big ones to buy small ones.
Yeah. It's a little backwards, but yeah, that's what I did. But I would hate to sell my collection now. My collection's a lot better now than it was then. So, they all come back around. They're just plastic.
So Dylan, you've been taking it easy a little bit, you were saying in your last video, or you're still plucking some gems here and there?
I mean, I'm plucking some gems. Hold on, I'll show you a few. Where did that go?
And could you imagine like selling one of your grails to buy like 15 new records?
Maybe.
So a friend of mine needed some cash and brought these in to trade in, just to sell to the shop the other day. These are all first pressings. Nuke's Time. This is a really nice, clean copy. Andrew Hill, Point of Departure.
Yeah, killer record. Yeah, killer record.
Yeah, very good. I already have this, so I'm gonna be.
And you gave him $2 for each. Let me guess.
I gave him three. No, he's a big time collector. He knew what they were. This is one I'm probably most excited about first pressing today. But yeah, all these are first. Anthony Williams.
Beautiful.
This one's super cleanest one I've ever seen. Search for New Land. This is another one. The disc is.
I love this one. Such a great record. Cristo Redentor. Beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then this is one that I already have a copy, but this is a lot cleaner than the one I had. So I found a beater copy at a record fair for like $5. But yeah, first press of that, not too shabby. So when things come around, I'll buy them. But I'm so tired of paying a lot of money for stuff. I would rather just like trade or so many times I'll buy something and pay close to what it's worth, and then I'll find it in a collection like a month later for really cheap. So
Yeah.
I've got enough to listen to that I feel kind of responsible. I need to listen to some things before I start buying more things. When you buy, you think that I'll never see this again. And then like for me, it gets to a certain point where I'm like, whatever, I'll see it again. Or if I don't, what's out the end of the world.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I guess you're at one point where you kind of know the stuff that you're never going to see again. Because there is some stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, but there's things I thought I'd never see again. And then, like, I've had 2 copies of Farm. I've had 3 copies of Randy Holden Population 2. I mean, there's certain things like there's, I'll take you to the wall over here. But this Obsession 77, that's the Indian record. That's one that no way I'll ever have another one of them. This Underground.
That Toad is the Swiss
Red
press.
Machine.
That
Yeah,
Toad
the
Italian
Underground
line.
is great. Yeah, great record.
That Sight Ground record, another one. These are like library records you'll never see. This Yezda Urfa. They only made 300 copies, and that one's like near mint. So things like that when they come along, and you know that you're not going to see.
Are you in your shop at the moment? Is that where you are?
No, I'm in my house.
Are you at home?
Yeah.
He has a wall in his house. Yeah.
It looks record store. Yeah, on the wall, like the wall.
No. Yeah, this is my house. People sometimes will come to the shop. And there's like a curtain in the back to go to the back room, and they like look behind. There's like, where's Dylan's room at? No, it's not. It's not. But anyway, so yeah, but yeah, I'm always looking for stuff. I was at a guy's house today and I found some sweet Klipsch Forte 2s, so I'm gonna hook those up and try them out. But I have to enjoy records or I won't make any money. I'll just say, because I have a manager that'll run the shop for me and I can just never go in. So,
Fred, I don't think he's going to find this in North Carolina.
I'll just. Where's the one I had before? I can't remember.
French bagpipe, free jazz.
Bagpipes. Yeah. Bagpipes indeed.
You talk about French artists. You mentioned Variation Nader once in your video.
I did?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I was very happy. Yeah.
I get some.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is a few years ago, I heard about this guy that had like a bunch of records in his garage, and he invited me over, and he was a DJ back in the 90s, and he like traveled the world and DJ'd, and he had like incredible library records, like insane stuff, a lot of like French jazz and stuff, and I bought as much as I could. But to find it in a garage in North Carolina was unbelievable. I was like, "What the heck?" It was so weird because you wouldn't think, but man, records go everywhere. You never know,
You've got so much access anyway that you probably become a bit blasé after a while when you see those records pop up. Like we can't even imagine what you would see on a daily basis. We can only just.
No, you would imagine. I see a lot of Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac cars. That's all the stuff that comes all the time. When you start seeing really cool stuff, like people bring in, like occasionally people bring in a crate of records, and even if it's stuff I already know, if it's deep stuff, you just still don't really see it enough. I still get excited when I see it. So I mean, I don't. Even if it's stuff I already have, like my friend walked in with all his Blue Notes, I'm like, nice. I have half of them, but it's still, but when it's weird stuff and it's like, especially if it's something I've never seen before, I've never seen the label, I get kind of excited, but I mean, I think for me, I have to stay excited.
And do you still have chance to find some? You've never been to Europe, right? You've never been to the UK.
I would love to one day.
Yeah.
I've been all over South America, but never anywhere else.
At the store here, though, like we get rare records in. It's like the people that care are the staff. Like, like the customers are kind of like, I'm not in that level. Most of what we need is the cars, the Fleetwood Macs, all the Genesis records, the Led Zeppelin. I mean, that's the stuff that we really truly want. Obviously, you wouldn't turn down rare records. So when those things come in, it's like, all right, everyone show up at this time. We have all this stuff. You guys just look at it, and then we'll figure it out from there. Because it's always what comes down to is the staff that is the ones that are buying the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
At least
There's
in
a
this
guy
town,
in-
we don't have the clientele that's quite at that level. A few customers are, but it's mainly like that bread and butter stuff that.
We
There's a
got
guy in
Dave.
Sweden-
Well, David's a local bandography. He comes and
Yeah,
he's high level. He'll buy some of the good stuff.
yeah, we know Dave. Dave will do that.
Yeah. He buys
there's
my
a
new.
guy- There's a guy in Stockholm he's about like 65 or so. He did like porn movies in the early 80s. And he has a record store where there's like 80,000 records, and then he got like something like 10 times that in various warehouses, and everything is in chaos in the shop, which is good for people like us, like where that people have to dig to find the good stuff, and most people don't because they don't have but he doesn't care about selling records. For him, it's just a way to get records in. Like he's open about it. He won't even lie about it. Like it's just a way and it's compulsive to us with him. But at the same time, he's getting and Sweden is great for secondhand records, but like he's taking it to an absurd level.
Well, I like my guys get on me because I love buying records. It's my favorite thing in the world. I don't like pricing records. I don't like cleaning records. I like selling them. I like seeing people get them. And like locals that I know and care about them getting records are excited about. But really, the main thing that I like about having a shop is that you get a lot of leads and people bring a lot of stuff in, and I get to buy a lot of records. So I get that for sure.
What you say about compulsivity? It's funny you say that. I had a discussion with that guy in Montreal, and he ran a store in the 90s, and he said it was all about bootlegs. This is what the people were crazy about at that time. And a lot of these customers, they weren't music enthusiasts like just we guys. They were like they had problem. They could spend the money in casino or whatever, or gambling. They just sell records because they knew, hey, it will rising up in the value. So
things come and go. Bootlegs, I don't know. Sometimes people like them, sometimes they don't.
I'm
gonna answer Joe's question here. I mean, Dylan, maybe you know, but the Morgan, I have the original, and I have the Sunbeam reissue, which puts the other stuff on a CD. So I don't honestly remember what the extras are any good, but I think the Gerson or the Now Again has the extras. Dylan, do you know if that's
Now Again has they have a copy with an extra disc. I don't have that. So I don't know if it's worth it or not. But the Now Again one is really good. The Garrison one, I think they were only distributed in Europe. They had some deal. It was like Europe only, because I wanted to do an exclusive of it, and they were like, "No, you can't do it in the U.S." They have that's in the contract for some reason. I don't know. So I'm not sure. I'm sure the Garrison one's great, just because everything they do is good. But the Now Again one is really good.
There's like 6 reissues of that now. It's like making the rounds. It's pretty
ridiculous.
Yeah, I know you do, Dave. You do.
Dom, have you noticed that the world is telling you something right now?
What?
The world is telling me to go to bed, maybe?
Yeah, no. Like, don't you feel a little bit naked?
Oh, my hair?
No, I was talking to Dom, like, his facial hair, huh? What's going on, Dom? Huh?
Oh, yeah.
I usually do that in the fall. It'll be back in October, probably.
Yeah. You look naked compared to us.
Naked?
That's
awkward. I'm trying to look younger, Stunty. You know this. You're about the same age as me now, so.
How old are you, Dom? Again?
I'm 46.
Oh, yeah, we are the same age indeed. Ish.
Yeah, I just turned 46. So
it's only Dylan who's like a young pup who was like buying dollar bin records in the 80s, in the 90s.
Not quite the 80s. So here's the deal. Let me defend myself. First of all, I truly was buying records in the 90s, but it was the tail end of it. It was probably more really the early 2000s that I was really, really into it. To where I ended up getting my driver's license and had a little bit of money from jobs, and I could actually go. But I really did have a record collection when I was 10.
But you were buying hip hop as well back then, right?
What now?
You were buying hip hop back then as well.
No. I didn't like hip hop at all back then.
That was later.
I guess I liked it a little bit when I was about 14 because my sister's boyfriend liked it, and I thought he was cool, and I wanted to impress him. But I didn't ever really get into it real heavy. You know, it's like even now I like it now more than I probably ever have. But yeah, so then I was just trying to track down classic rock stuff. Like I didn't know anything about music. I didn't, like, my parents, we didn't have any records or record player or CDs or nothing. We just didn't have any music in the house at all. So anyways, so I kind of had to learn my own way, and I was just trying to find classic rock. So it was classic rock up until I was like 18, and then I started kind of branching out. But, you know.
And at what point did you dig more into rare and obscure stuff? I mean, how could you discover without before the internet?
Well, I mean, the internet was definitely in play when I was getting into that stuff. Like right when I got out of college, I dropped out, so I got out early. But I just was kind of tired of all the classic rock radio and stuff, and I started finding like some weird records that looked really cool, and then I started just listening to stuff on YouTube, you know, and then I would try to track it down, and it was all impossible to find. But back then, you know, even though that was like probably what 2008, 9, 10, you can still find stuff for relatively cheap. And now it's kind of it was way up, and now it's kind of starting to come down a little bit, you know. Who knows? But
yeah, I know, Fred, you were talking about on one of your videos doing a stream talking about the collecting thing, and I thought that would be a whole nother interesting, you know, topic.
Yeah, no, I have, but it's just finding a time that, like, the problem with doing streams from here in Australia is finding times that suit other people. Where, like, at the moment we've got 3 continents represented here. We got Europe, but people from Europe, people from in America, and me in Australia. But it's difficult to find these kinds of. I guess this time now it would be fine for most people here, obviously. But what time is it where you are, people?
Midnight.
It's like midnight here,
yeah, midnight.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
it's 10 p.m. here.
Yeah, it's like middle of the afternoon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might do. The problem with streams is that is it me echoing, or is everyone
somehow,
echoing?
Somehow
it's you. It's only you, Fred.
No, it's you.
See, it's only you.
No. It's you as well. It's me as well. Ooh.
Well, I mean, I only brought that up just to say, like, it's sort of hard to know where to go next, and it's sometimes like if you're not finding your own little niche in collecting that makes sense for you, and that you're not spending exorbitant amounts of money on, like, it's tough now to compete with some of what's happening is what it is.
The planet is very, very small indeed.
Yeah, but what I was going to say just before with the stream thing is that there seems to be so many streams now. It's almost impossible to go, oh, I'm going to just stream, because there's just so much choice almost, you know. So but I'll try to do one soon. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you let us know. I mean, I was going to do this last week, but I was like, oh wait, I wanted to sort of wait and see when you were doing yours, because I wanted to jump on that.
Yeah, I've never done one, so I'm like, well, I've never done like a StreamYard stream. I mean, so I don't know. It's
very easy.
But this one doesn't have Mazzy though.
True.
Not yet. He might join right now. Where is he? He's out there. I saw him make a comment before.
Oh,
Well, no,
look at this comment. I got dots and loop into the VC. Oh, okay. That's nice. Thank you. Thanks so much. I love your channel too. He's made a video recently. He's come back recently.
We need
Nice
more
guy.
Dan. We
Yeah.
need more Dan out there.
Yeah, I was
Well, I'm gonna
about
end the
to
stream.
ask.
I'm gonna shut it down. So
Yeah.
we'll say goodnight. Stunty's gonna fall. Well, I'm surprised he's still even got his head up.
Stunty's going to say something.
Alex
No,
is
yeah, it
in the
was
mount
just
you're in?
like you cut the grass under my feet. I was just about to
go
ask
ahead.
who got dots and loops out of the VC.
Yeah.
But he's back, so that's good. That's good.
All right, no. Well,
Thank you, Dom.
We'll pick that up another time. We'll talk about dots and loops
Thank
to
you.
start next time.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Tom.
thank
Good to see
you,
everybody.
Paul. Yeah. Dylan, see ya.
Thanks for
Alex. Stunty.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.